So we've got two of the funniest people on YouTube today.
And two guests.
Stephen Tries
Ahoy.
and JaackMaate.
Oh, thank you very much for coming on.
Good
That's all right.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thanks very much, lads.
I've seen a bit too much of you recently.
I know, we've
Seen you
each other
twice in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much.
Before that, we'd met once.
Yes, and I
once
forgot I'd
time.
met you.
Yeah. That wasn't
Twice is quite a lot of Laurence. I usually stick to the once if we can help it. That's enough, really.
Underneath the travel podcast that we released, it said, ooh, and I thought this was a bit weird. Ooh, poor Geordie having to go away for a week with Laurence. I was like, if only you knew. If only you
definitely suffered more than I did.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But like, it was annoying for us. But anyway, we've done the travel and shit to death now.
Yeah.
On to the funny shit.
No one gives a fuck.
You got any more travels coming up?
We'd like to. We were supposed to go. Jack did America. We were supposed to we were penciled in to go with them on that. And a little video called Samia Nasri Loves Sluts ruined that for us.
Okay.
With the NFL.
Yeah. Makes sense.
They weren't happy about. Which I thought America got cheerleaders getting their tits out left, right, and centre on that.
They're not.
They should be aware of it. Well, Samia Nasri officially didn't fuck anyone. We don't know that. It just his girlfriend.
You're saying Samia Nasri is a virgin?
He didn't fuck anyone around that time. I don't know. Just his girlfriend.
Between these dates, I've been legally told to say.
Allegedly.
Yeah. How do you guys stay out of legal issues? Do you have any?
No, I don't do anything bad.
Until, at some point though, when you get a certain amount of people watching your videos, that's when people start to give a shit.
Yeah.
Like legally.
Yeah.
I'm sure, when we had JJ on last time, he's obviously having to be careful about what he says, and that might come to you one day. You might have to be careful.
No.
You seem like quite a wholesome guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever said cunt in a video?
I don't think I have.
Do you want to say it now, just to get it off your chest?
I'll save it. Yeah, it'll come at some point.
It's
Stay tuned for that, guys. I just looked at every camera going there.
That's very good.
I like how he thinks, keep them listening, revenue.
Keep the cunt for later.
Yeah.
We did that with Spencer. We saved that for a good an hour into it.
Yeah.
Really dropped the C-bomb on them. Yeah. Creatively speaking, should we go into that? You seem quite interested in talking about that.
I've got to admit, I'm a fan of both of you.
Yeah.
Same. I watch both your channels religiously.
But it's true. Jack sort of satisfies my thirst in hating certain YouTubers, and I usually hate the same people he hates.
Yeah.
So recently, and I've never even heard of this cunt. He did a video about
Santa.
someone pro gamer or someone gamer.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was until a couple of days ago.
I mean, I kind of hate you for telling me about that.
What a knobhead.
What he's got over a million.
I watched that last
over
night.
1 million subscribers. This absolute cunt.
I think the correct term is pussy destroyer.
Yeah, that's what he.
Oh, that guy.
He stole your nickname.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The least talented person. And I mean, there's a long list of talentless twats in the Million Club. And it sort of pisses me off that none of us are. And that twat is.
Have you seen how many views he's getting?
No.
Have you not?
What is it?
I just relied on you to tell me everything I needed to know.
I'm talking every upload. 4 million, 5 million.
What are you? What are you doing with your life watching this?
You wanking?
What's he called?
Pro Gamer J.
I see. I'm not a jealous person, but then so I could give a shit that he's getting that. It's more the fact that it's just not fair. There's no justice, is there?
You see them amount of views, and you think who are these people?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Then you've only got to look at the world and look who's in charge of America, and there's a fucking lot of them out there.
Yeah.
It's about branding, isn't it? It is about branding.
Not for him.
Because pro, he's professional. Gamer, tick, J, you got the weed side down. He's got everything in his name. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's cool, he's edgy, he's a pussy destroyer.
Yeah.
How do you stay away from those pitfalls?
I mean, the video that shows up when you look on his channel is him with his head inside what can be described as a condom.
Right.
I guess.
If only he kept it on.
Did you see how
Not encouraging him to kill himself.
he can charge any device with a potato?
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was... Yeah.
That was next level, that.
Yeah, that did actually piss me off a little bit because I will click videos like that just in case I do need to find out how to charge.
You're his main demographic.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. People who are gullible enough to go, potato, and just sort of, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's true. No, but it is true. I mean, that's the thing that pisses me off is there are a lot of people who really grind out there, and then the other people who go, okay, what can we shit out today? Okay, ready. Okay, guys. Hey, guys. Back again for another.
Nala.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, there's another one out there.
No, now, do you ever feel bad? I mean, you don't really have a go at anyone. You parody people, which I quite like. Shows how observant you are in your comedy. I quite like. You're both observant, but in different ways. Do you know what I mean?
I think Jack's more aggressive, which that's what I quite like about that.
But it's aggression, but it's sort of focused aggression. Do you know? It's like George Bush aggression. Do you know what I mean?
When he strikes, he really does.
When he strikes, he'll fuck your country up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
A path of destruction.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Pro Gamer J, very much like Iraq.
He is actually quite good. Like when I watched this, I thought, why is he on it? But when you're here, you're like, yeah, he's good.
When you get there, you sit down.
You understand
what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
And then you look through the comments. They're so contrasted. It's the cock and the big one. It's funny though.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah,
you can stay.
We've sort of stumbled onto something. Really, people think that I actually knew the whole time exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
As soon as I picked him, do you know why? This is the honest truth of why I knew this would work. Because when we met each other, did the Football Republic, we would do a game of 2 holes. You've just done that, actually.
Yeah.
Still on it.
And we would talk for about half an hour because we'd have to wait for ages for people to get their shit together and do the actual questions. And I realised that the half an hour me and him just sat talking on Skype was much better than what we were uploading. So I was like...
And that's the quality of the Football Republic, just a few weeks ago.
No, no offence to the lads, because actually...
No, Adam Bott was a great producer, R.I.P.
This is still his job.
Yeah.
But the point is, I just knew, I thought... That's better. If we upload that would get more. But people don't want to hear us talking about whatever we think. You can't put prizes in that. There's no game show in that. So
turns out the prize is just 2 hours of
good content, which went to #1 on iTunes first week. So they
didn't get back there since.
They missed out.
Oh, wait till this one comes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've sort of given up on iTunes, to be honest, because there's just no money in it. To be honest, there is no.
Oh, there is money in it. It's just going into my account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm not saying any of it.
It's relative. I got to log into your channel the other day. I saw your revenue.
Yeah.
Anyway, you are creative in many ways, aren't you? Yeah. It's a bit like Desert Island Discs. So for instance, I like your chicken connoisseur video. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah.
That was the first one I seen, and then I sort of went back.
Really?
And I was like, oh, this guy.
You were quite late to the
very
party.
late to the Stephen Tries.
Well,
Because originally you were a rugby channel, weren't you, Stephen Tries?
Yeah, good one. Take that one off your post-it note.
That didn't take off.
Thank you. And then you decided to go into comedy. Why?
Yeah. We did because I did a comedy degree at university, and I thought,
what?
Bragging.
yeah, you know,
Can you actually do? Is that?
It's
this
a
isn't a
genuine
joke.
thing.
No.
No. It's a genuine thing.
Didn't defer to do economics or something?
No, I
A
thought,
comedy degree.
yeah.
I mean, it's not self-evident, but sure.
No, I'm not knocking the lad.
No, I'm with you.
What is a comedy degree like?
It's like drama. It's like a drama course, but more shit. Like, yeah, we had to do clowning one week. No, the very first lesson, the teacher went, okay, right, everyone take your shoes off. And this is 20-year-olds doing it. And then he went, okay, right, get on all fours and pretend to be a cat. And at that point, I realised, I've just...
This isn't for me.
Spun 30 grand up all in.
Yeah, 9 grand a turn.
Meow.
I wonder if that must be the same. What was that guy in Big Brother? George Osborne, was it?
Oh, God, yeah.
He must have taken that course. You remember that? Would you like me to be the cat?
And he loved
George Galloway, that's it. That's
George
the one.
Galloway was he still goes around London.
As a cat.
On all fours.
Yeah.
Get out the tree, George.
In many ways, politically, he is on all fours now. Because there is something quite interesting about that, though,
more
isn't
into
there?
this because I did courses and that, and we never got told to take our shoes off and act like a cat.
Comedy?
No, I did a diving course. I'm just thinking
different fields.
No, but it's like
I've done a course and they never asked me to take my shoes off.
What was your
I went to university for a day and I didn't take my shoes off once.
What was your reaction when they said that? Were you just
I was just genuinely, an hour later I rang up my dad, said, I think I'm coming home.
Really?
Well, I said, they made me take my shoes off.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Jamali Maddox. He's been on Live at the Apollo now. He was on my course, and he refused to take his shoes off. He said he's got athlete's foot. That seemed more. Yeah, that was more dignified than actually having to take your shoes off.
Well, what's wrong with taking your shoes off?
Oh, it's just
No, but
tragic.
You've gone too
And your
far with a
socks
bit
as well.
now. Yeah.
At what point does that promote comedy? So did you jack the course in?
No, I stuck with it because I thought I've
Paid it now.
I
yeah.
thought you'd have known.
And then basically, in the third year they let us do what we wanted really. So I did a
That's good of
sketch
them.
show.
Last year. Do what you
Go
think's
on,
best.
guys. Put your shoes on if you want.
Fuck it, do what you think's
$9
best.
grand. No, you do you. Yeah.
And so I did
We've
this.
tried our best and you guys are all bollocks, so do what you like, alright?
So comedians, like, do they all have to go through it? Or can you just rock up on stage and you're a comedian, or
No.
are a lot of comedians doing this course now?
No, honestly, it's like I learned a lot more outside the course. Like I started doing stand up outside the course. I learned so much more just doing what I wanted to do. And in the third year, it was all do what you want yourself. So I started writing myself. So the good part of the uni course was the people that were on it and getting to use the equipment. That was about it.
That is part of uni though, isn't it? Is that sort of experience of you wouldn't be in the same room as all those people if you hadn't have paid the $9 grand a year to be in there. But that's part of it.
Yeah, I guess.
You wouldn't, so maybe you would have sort of, gone into an office job or something and been like, fuck it, I can't make anything else work. Do your parents still see that as a waste of money, or?
No, because
They're excellent.
they don't speak to me anyway. So
Mum.
but yeah, so I just did this like sketch, and we put it together, filmed it all. It was about half an hour, and it was like the Bake Off, and we ripped up a few like The Office and stuff. It wasn't the best.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there? We all
Some
know
people
that.
make a career out of that.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, I'm
Looking away, yeah. What is it like to be a Ricky Gervais impersonator?
I don't know. I'll ask him next time I see him.
Oh, good mates with them.
Yeah.
You've seen the video.
Rick. It's actually one of my favourite interviews. I think.
What was it like meeting the person that you sort of idolise and that, and trying to interview him and be like, oh yeah, like matey with him?
We're on the same level here.
I love the way you, at the start, the way you try and put your arm around him is similar to the way that Gareth does that thing in the office. And Gareth is with the girl, he goes, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And then it's clear he goes, get off
babes.
me.
Yeah. No, I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, I'm going to run the risk of sounding quite cheesy, but he was so warm.
Yeah.
So it just relaxed me straight away. The first minute was fucking awkward because I did basically, I'd always sort of
You
say
had
to the
your knob
guest, that's it. I went for a cuddle.
Yeah.
And very much like that, he didn't move and he didn't embrace it. And it was kind of like, okay, this is going to be long.
Did you sort of tell him like you're a big inspiration to me and blah blah blah, or did you not even mention any
You could
of that?
sort of tell though. You could tell.
It was mental, yeah, because we organised the interview, me and him. Like, first of all, when I first asked, he was like, just go for an agent, and then in the end, it was like, okay, well they're powering me off. He's like, right, fuck it. So we sorted it out, and then when we were chatting, we had about 5 minutes to chat before we did the interview, and I was saying little things, and he was coming back with these replies, which was mental because it was like he's seen a lot of my videos. Because I as soon as he come in, I was like, sorry mate, I'm the guy that's always on your case to do this, and he was like, no, you're right, Jack, I'm glad we could finally get it in.
Yeah.
And then I'd say something about my granddad throughout, and I was like, I'm not going to repeat what my granddad said, and he said, no, not your granddad.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck do you know?
He's excellent at reading people and pretending to know what they've done in the past.
Yeah.
Especially not your granddad.
That must have been quite a surreal experience, though, was it? Like,
Yeah, it's mad.
after you got it done, and were you a little bit like, fuck me, I did it. and I did it.
It was like cloud nine because I went back and saw some of my old tweets, and there was one from 2009, and it was like, Ricky Gervais is my inspiration. There was another one that was like, I'm going to do something with Ricky Gervais one day. And then before he come in the room, because he was like 20 minutes late, he's allowed to be, he's Ricky Gervais, not slagging him off. And and then after it was done, it was like, my whole career had led up to that, and I don't fuck it up. And then as it went really well, and then after it was kind of like, oh, what now? Yeah, True Geordie.
It would have probably felt, was it a little bit like, fucking hell? Were you a little bit like, I've done it, I did what I...
Yeah.
Because he was the sort of pinnacle for you, I guess.
Yeah.
I love the bit where he's talking about the jump cuts. There's so many little moments in there where it's sort of different to like an NME interview or something like that. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause there are other ones which are a bit more formal.
Yeah.
You just tell he's totally relaxed and just having a chat, which is quite nice.
At the start, he wasn't
As relaxed, yeah.
And then there was a bit I did in it, which was quickfire questions.
Great, yeah.
And basically I start off by saying cats or dogs, and he genuinely gets pissed off. In the video, it looks like he's acting, but he got pissed off, and I could feel myself losing it a little bit. I was like, cats or dogs? And he went, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got a cat. And I went, but you like dogs. But the joke was that they were quick-fire questions that progressively got more and more shits as they go on. I was very aware that they were shit questions. And then I went, Twitter or Facebook? And he was like, oh, Twitter. And then at the end, he cracked up, because obviously I got to the shit ones. And then he sort of said, right, this, don't go in. And then he was like, I didn't know that they were shit ones. He went, someone through there, it was a press day, so he was obviously doing more. He's like, genuinely asked me the same fucking question. Cats or dogs, Facebook or Twitter. So it was so good that I could finally get to the punchline. Otherwise, I would have fucked it all then and there.
People would have just thought it was a really awkward interview.
Terrible
tone.
Yeah. But a bit that I cut out, because you can do that on YouTube, he asked me what I thought of life on the road. And I went, oh, shit. Like that. And he didn't react.
Yeah.
And then I went, well, no, it's great, that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Like that. And then he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm going to have to fucking pull this out of my ass. But then obviously as it went,
because it is shit.
A bit. Yeah.
It's one of the worst.
No, I really like it.
No, it is a really good film. It is really nice.
The thing is, you can really tell that he's not working with Steve Merchant anymore when you watch Life on the Road.
Yeah.
Because I think in any creative sense, when you've got two people who are very good working together, it'll always be better than when that's that one person on their own, usually, if they're as funny as those two are. And
same on this channel.
Yeah, I feel like, no, mate, like, if I've got a video idea, I'll talk to you before I go ahead and do it, because two minds are better than one. And don't get us wrong, it is very funny, but it's not Office funny at all. Like, it's definitely
it's a different
good.
kind. It's a bit more Hollywood funny. It's a bit more mainstream funny. Whereas you could tell The Office was a really refined strain of comedy, wasn't it? It was clearly a labour of love. Do you know what I mean? Which you often find a lot of. This is the thing with YouTubers and a lot of those guys. You can tell in your videos, you've clearly put a lot of effort into it, and there's a lot of graft that's gone into that, as opposed to other guys who sort of go, right, let's shit another video out and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? And the same, like, that observational humour is quite difficult to nail.
I just feel like it wasn't that it wasn't as funny, it was the situations didn't really make as much sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
can't say anything.
No, I did love it, and I love what Gervais does. I love all of his stuff, but I feel like it's just that's the most obvious way I've been like,
is this the film or the...
Yeah, the film.
Yeah.
I really missed Merchant, like just to give the situations a better context and things like that. It just seemed a little bit like... I like the bits where, like, he was trying to get on the bus and all the rest of it. There wasn't any of it where I was like, oh, that was crap, but I just felt like it was lacking something.
I feel like there's been a change in Ricky's writing, whether it is the Merchant thing or not, where he puts a lot more heart into it now.
Yeah.
So
Derek definitely showed that.
was that, and then the film had, like, elements of Derek.
A bit more emotional.
In that as well. But
his films, like, he always seems to tear up. Like, is it the invention of Lionel, where his mum dies?
Yeah.
And it made me cry, because he is a good actor, and he wanted to show that.
Yeah.
I think Derek was underrated.
Yeah.
Like, as a story, just not because it wasn't just about being funny. It was actually a really good story.
Yeah, it was quite sweet in that sense. No one has really covered that sort of thing before.
And Old People's Home.
Also, certainly no one was sort of brave enough to kind of almost be like, right, I'm not autistic, but I will play this character in quite a comedic way. Because it can come off as a bit piss-takey otherwise.
Yeah.
It could look really bad. Like, some people could have been like, I can't believe he sunk this low. Do you know what I mean? He's gone for this subject matter. But it's very clear.
But it shows where he's coming from, where at one point, I think someone says, have you been tested? And he goes, well, will it change who I am? And he goes, no. He went, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Which is, that's so clearly a reflection of, like, his early stuff. Like, on the podcast, he's quite philosophical about things like who are you and those sort of things. I thought that it was quite sweet.
But everything Gervais has done, I think, with the best comedy, it's like you do what you know.
Yeah.
So if you look at the subjects he's chosen, a struggling actor trying to get his series off the ground in extras. Derek is an Old People's Home. I'm pretty sure he said his family have worked in that. Obviously, The Office, he worked in an office. Like, everything seems to be like what he knows.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Carl Pilkington.
Well, yeah, pretty much, and just Pilkington because he knows him.
I mean, that is a stroke of genius in that sense, because there's not, most other people wouldn't make their producer into that feature and sort of then get them essentially a career and millions of pounds out of it. You know?
You're going to do it, aren't you?
Pretty much. That's sort of you're my Pilkington, aren't you?
I was on a kids show the other day. I was on Football Beyond Borders, and they went,
Glad you said
we couldn't get True Geordie, so we got the next best thing. And I was like, where is he?
Oh my god!
Turns out I was the next best thing.
Your work's definitely gone up since doing this with me. You've made more money out of it.
Sure.
So thank me later.
Yeah, right. But then with you, your writing process must be a bit different, because obviously Jack's on his own, and you can that's Jack's character.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas you've got 2 other guys as well, sometimes 3.
Yeah.
And then
I
obviously
do the
the
writing.
How do you know those guys?
They were on the course
Really?
with me.
How they doing?
Who graduated with the highest mark?
Some of the out of us, it was me.
Sure.
But
Is that why you named the channel?
No, I did it because it's I'm a narcissist. I love myself, and I thought,
What did Max get?
In the perfect.
he got a 2-1, and he passed like 6 months after everyone else
Okay.
because he didn't hand something in. Yeah, he's incompetent.
So that's why you throw him in the river in every sketch. You beat him up.
Takes him quite a long time
He's the
to
big
hang
hairy
into.
guy, yeah?
Yeah.
Who gets
Do you
the
relate?
football off the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit better shape than him. No offence, mate, if you're watching. I like
know.
me. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, he
you're the
knows
star
that,
of the
so-
show.
Yeah, well, like it's because they've got jobs. I'm the one who writes it because I can't expect them to write because they've got jobs. So I write it and
Comedy jobs?
edit and stuff. Bar work, so they might make a few jokes.
Yeah,
It's up to them.
Just smash it.
It's true though, isn't it? Like there's sort of you can tell, because obviously it's your channel, but you tune in for all those different characters.
Yeah, it's
so
like-
when you write it, and then do they come along and go, well, I'm not saying that, I'll say...
No, they're really good. They'll do anything.
Have
I
you
want.
seen some of the shit that Max does?
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's much he turns down.
Yeah.
But he didn't have a job to begin with, and he was really poor, so he'd do anything for a quid. That was Max.
For a quid, 1 quid.
It's like, to be fair, we get a lot of that on YouTube. There's those girls who get their tits out on FIFA videos.
Yeah.
So you just got to get the money any way you can.
Milk it.
I think
Quite
they're
literally.
looking
If they're pregnant.
but they're looking... I don't think that's ever been a thing on YouTube.
There's a market for it. Sure, that one's out.
I'll tell you what,
You're
next
not
week,
doing it. You're not doing it.
But once this goes out, someone will...
Yeah.
Sure.
There's probably a 12-year-old out
That
there.
JME.
His
Or,
mother.
no, not Jamie. JMX.
Jamie's a lovely guy.
Yeah, JMX.
Anyway,
I love his face when he went, no, JME's a lovely guy. I don't want him to shoot me.
No. you guys can deal with that later. But the point is, with your stuff, you write,
Yeah.
and then do you just how do you shoot it? Do you think it's a professional operation?
Not at all. No,
Right.
it's we just do the best with what we can. I think the main people watch my channel hopefully for the jokes, and it doesn't matter whether it's filmed with an iPhone or whatever. That's what they're there to see.
You've done one professional one though, haven't you?
Yeah, thanks to your
My great team.
yeah.
It's a really good try.
Yeah.
Thank you, pardon the pun. And
Which one was that?
The one where he interviews him, and then he sort of gets a bit pissed off. It is actually very funny. You can sort of tell both of you are trying to put in a show-stealing performance.
yeah,
Who do you think
It's
won
a little
that
bit-
one?
a little
Max at the end still.
A little bit like now. We play them off against each other.
Yeah.
Thought ahead.
This is very similar to that Potent Voodoo interview we did a few months ago now. But you know that whole thing with the cats that got me into thinking about. Have you ever heard about what Ali G or like Sacha Baron Cohen did? He went to that school of comedy where they sort of just.
Is that in France?
I don't know. Apparently, I think it could be a French guy, and he tells you to find your inner idiot. And that's where Sacha Baron Cohen gets all his characters from, is he starts
Really?
and he makes them as ridiculous as possible. And that was part of his exercise. And he came up with all these characters purely from just trying to find and be the biggest idiot, because he was saying that like that idiot side sort of reflects on a lot of human traits, which he sort of brings out in all his characters.
Yeah.
There was rumours that he, when he made Borat, stayed in character for
He did.
a long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
To
Didn't
the
he
point where
stink?
his model girlfriend was having to like tolerate him acting like that at night with her and
Isn't
that.
she an actress? She's
Isla Fisher,
Isla
is that her?
Fisher,
Something
yeah.
like that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Pretty girl, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was like literally in character the whole time.
Lucky lady.
Imagine that.
Wow, we were.
I think that, well, quite literally, I think they were away on a triple though, weren't they? So I doubt she's sort of travelling with him. I bet it's just sort of like really intensive shooting, then he gets to go home. Do you ever do that?
Just for once. Never again.
Then do you edit them?
Yeah.
Yeah, just on
You
your
wouldn't
own.
believe it, would you? But yeah.
What do you edit on?
Premiere Pro.
Good choice.
Oh,
Are you a Final Cut X guy?
I am. Yeah,
Wow. You and Alfie. Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. You get any tips from him?
From him?
Yeah.
Not really.
Have you had any backlash from, because the video you did about Alfie Deyes, for those who don't know,
Daily
he's-
Vlogger, great channel. Go take a look. Pointless Vlogs, it's called.
fuck off.
Pointless
He
vlog
always
blogs.
promotes people I don't want in the fucking mention. Pointless is definitely the right word
Oh,
for
he
it.
is.
It is quite funny though that he's called them Pointless Vlogs, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's sort of,
It sort of tells. It's almost like he's a parody. It wouldn't surprise me after like a few years if he came out and were like, "It's a character."
Yeah.
The whole thing.
If he did that, I'd have to delete my channel because
Like-
I'd be like, "You are the most self-aware comedian I've ever met."
Yeah.
And like literally, someone sort of like he did like an actual where he's just like actually like tattooed up the foot, smoking
Yeah.
weed,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like you actually bought that, you stupid cunts.
Yeah.
You fucking stupid 12-year-old cunts. You've been watching this the whole time, buying my shit, my stupid signed fucking posters. I hope you bought them, you stupid cunt.
Maybe the Pointless book. It's invisible, but it's just got like swastikas in white ink printed. All 12-year-olds are just reading that.
Yeah. Oh, for some reason I love Donald Trump all of a sudden.
So, have you had any backlash? Because I know he's beloved, that lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he's got a few followers under his belt. So yeah, I posted the video about him on Monday, and then my followers fucking loved it. And then,
Shut up.
and then I think recently I checked this morning. My Alfie video is now appearing in recommended on his videos.
Oh, no.
So people are like watching all of his vlogs, loving it. Before school,
You
and
should have
then
put a picture of him in the thumbnail. Why did you not do that?
because I don't know, like people say it's like clickbaity.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
It is a bit clickbaity. Like obviously I'm using a big YouTuber's name to get views, but it's not the whole reason why. I genuinely dislike his content, so I'm gonna say it.
No, his content is utter shit.
Wank.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same as sort of watching. You know, it's not your audience. Do you know
No,
what I
but if so, for example, if God, I hope it doesn't happen, I ever get like caught somewhere and tortured,
Right.
they would have me watch his vlogs.
Make a note of that. Al Qaeda.
You know, sort of matchsticks over the eyes, just watching Alfie Deyes. I mean, it's just It's how can he be truthful? How can that be that actual personality of this guy?
Why not? I think you've
What
lived
planet?
such a hard life that you think that everyone else
This
has to
motherfucker's
live a hard
eating
life.
unicorn poo. Oh, unicorn poo. And I'm like,
That was a funny bit.
fucking hell, mate. Like,
I saw,
if he grew up where I lived, he would have been dead before he even made 10 years old. Do you know what I
Really
mean?
doing ballet.
Yeah.
This
Or
is
Billy Elliot. He's the exception.
I saw an interview and he was on this morning and he was talking about his very first video that he made.
He was on this morning.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I do love when the BBC and ITV have vloggers on because they treat them as if they do shit gold.
Yeah.
So they're like, and how do you do it? It's just
Yeah.
so inspirational the way that you put all these. You can tell the producers behind the camera are going, fuck yeah. Oh, we put this fucking 10-minute news package together, which includes bombs and Iraq and Kosovo and all these horrible places.
Syria.
We've just informed you of something awful. How do you cut together a load of stuff? How do you cut together all these Barocca montages you do?
How do you try
You know what I
American
mean?
candy every
Yeah,
week?
exactly, yeah.
Listen,
Oh, dear. Dear,
Genuinely
dear.
though. You know, and you can tell the TV people are, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
yeah, he was talking about his very first video that he made, and it was him playing Monopoly by himself. It's-
Fucking
Nothing more
hell.
tragic than that.
Jesus.
He's definitely,
Christ.
he was better on day one. I can actually
Yeah.
verify.
Yeah.
Because
Alfie Deyes
Monopoly
too soon.
is
Yeah.
somewhat interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All downhill from Monopoly.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little bit guilty afterwards? You sort of feel a bit like, you know,
People ask me that question, and it's like it's not like I'm attacking a 15-year-old who's just started a YouTube channel. He's a fucking millionaire.
To be fair, Will and E does that mainly, so that he's got that market covered. He wouldn't
if
actually be
anything, Will Any does attack nobodies. That, you know, is brilliant.
That is, if you're going to do that, start as you mean to go on. as well.
Find a load of people who are already being piled in on and just add more
Jump
hate.
in on that, as Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a millionaire. He lives in a fucking mansion.
He fucks Zoella. Well, I mean, allegedly.
Why do you have to put it like that?
no,
What do
but
you mean
it's-
allegedly? What?
she fucks him.
Yeah,
carry on.
no, but it's a little bit like when Michael Jackson was with.
It's nothing like Bubbles.
Michael Jackson was with Priscilla. You know, no, because I remember when Michael Jackson got married, and I was like, something just doesn't seem right about this. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not. I'm not quite sure, and because I can't imagine Michael Jackson
Fucking
getting erection over a woman,
Sure,
and
I don't
I have
think
the
Michael
same
could.
issue with Alfie Deyes. I'm not saying that he doesn't. I just can't. Not that I would want to imagine it, but I couldn't even if I wanted
How
to.
hard have you tried?
I couldn't. Can you really imagine him bending a woman over and fucking and going, I take that? You can't, can you? You can't. Alfie Deyes would not fuck a woman like
I
that.
sort of feel like I need to defend Alfie a little bit. I feel like you feel the same.
I think, I look into that beautifully swept fringe of his and I think, God, he knows how to rattle a lady.
Yeah. That's so. Do you know? I guess what I'm saying is, I never watched News Round as a kid and thought, "Oh, is Otis going to rattle a woman after this?" I just thought, "Thanks for the news, Otis." On to Blue Peter.
No, but you look at
Do you know what I
Zoella
mean?
and you just think. I mean,
true
she's
though,
not the
isn't it?
best looking lass I've ever seen by any means, but
Oh come on! You can't just keep putting the blue. She's lovely.
no, I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying it's not like she's a 10. She's probably way better. She probably thinks she's well out of my league, and I mean, on that kind of class, she probably is.
She probably thinks that.
She's been on this show. Yeah,
She probably
Not me. I don't
she's
think
so
that.
up herself.
And remember, what I think is the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
The
is,
amount of rooms you walked out where he's gone, half those women.
I
And we've gone, that was genuinely just a toilet.
I can't imagine. I just can't imagine like what she
Stop
sees in
trying.
him.
They were together before they got big, though. I mean, that's the thing, is they were together before Alfie.
Is that why he gets away with it? Talking like that. No, he does though, doesn't he? You can have all the money in the world, you can't
Making fun
insult
of
that.
someone's dental condition is really...
Is that dental?
I definitely
Of course
can't.
it's dental. Yeah.
No, it's like a.
Look at Kanye West sitting over here. His channel's like Through the Wire every week.
But no, it's not. I don't know what's going on, but it's just the way his mouth moves. It's annoying.
Yeah, no, he is speaking.
Yeah.
It's
You
annoying.
know that video that I briefly touched on in when basically they're moaning about kids taking pictures of them
It was
in
a little
restaurants.
bit
yeah.
Joe Weller episode, wasn't it? You know, when Joe had that thing he regretted and apologised for, but they never did.
No, but Joe actually said what he meant. He didn't skirt around it like fucking this cunt did he?
Yeah. It was like they're quite passive aggressive in it, which I quite liked because like, go on, be yourselves. Yeah,
Be who you
yourself.
really are for a fucking
Yeah,
change.
you're sitting there going, this is great.
Yeah, and so he was. There's a bit where she's like, "Oh yeah, I love taking pictures of random people and random food in a restaurant." You vlog every day.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
film everything. You are that
It's
person.
like they only stop vlogging when they go for a shit, and actually, that's probably the only time that they actually create anything decent.
Fucking hell.
I do think, though, that they are...
I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. I love her makeup stuff. I love all that. So.
Yeah, they're great
time.
people doing
It's-
great things.
It is sort of a hard thing. I mean, it's hard because the YouTube industry is based almost entirely on white people having fun. And they
Did you
they
see
sort of
that the other
embody
day in that
Mental.
that video?
Yeah.
This lad created a video about a magazine that had been released of all the biggest YouTubers in the UK, and it was like basically 30 white people, and they all look
Funny
identical. And this lad did a video who happened to be black himself, and he was like, no Deji and no JJ.
Yeah.
They're like the two biggest YouTubers in the fucking country.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, they don't create the kind of content our readers will. And it's like, how do you fucking know that? How do you know that?
That is part of
It is a bit like that, though, isn't it? It's not even that. Even if you're working class, you kind of get in a magazine. What's wrong with me, you cunts?
GQ could do a lovely tidy up version on you, couldn't they?
Just start with me.
Brian came in and Brian was gross. But now we've sorted him out, you know?
That could be a video.
To be fair, it probably would actually make a very good video. You know, where they sort of...
Cleaning, like, got one sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Queer eye for the straight guy.
Yeah.
Stay how you are.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank
Don't
you.
change.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That could be a sketch.
Well, get Gok on.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
would do a sketch with you. I'm quite a good
I'd
actor.
love to.
I love... How many people say that to you? I'll do a sketch with you. Great.
Cheers,
but
Nan.
With me, I could bring some views, so help you out. Whatever.
We'll sort it out, Brian. We'll get it.
I really like the chicken connoisseur video though. That was actual genius, and you hit right at the right fucking moment, which is important as well, because that was when he was sort of having his 15 minutes and that.
Yeah.
He was about 12 minutes in at that point.
Yeah. So you got in there just before just before you run out of chicken to sample.
He hasn't run out.
I mean, what did he do after? What does he do now? Chicken connoisseur.
Well, I saw him presenting a video on a different YouTube channel, and it was just all about trainers. And that made it seem like his dick. All about his dick. Yeah.
So like that.
Yeah.
This is what I taught. No.
Check out this sick crap.
I don't know.
It was just all about trainers though, but the top comment was like, why are you reviewing trainers? Stick to what you fucking know. He's done a couple of videos about chicken and now that's all he's ever allowed to do.
That is YouTube comments for you though. Do you ever try anything different?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you I remember when I moved from being on the couch on the worst camera ever, drinking a beer, and it's like, this green screen lock, I just can't stand it. It's like, fucking hell, mate. I just want to make it look a tiny bit better.
Yeah.
Is that a...
Yeah.
Oh, he's changed.
Yeah.
He's aspirational now.
If you ever start doing sketches, they are going to bomb.
I was out, honestly.
All that
give
money's
it a week.
Spoiler, yeah.
I was in the pub and there was like a load of Newcastle fans there. I was having a drink and there was a girl with me, and these Newcastle fans were like 40s, 50s, but they knew who I was. That's one of the things I've got over other YouTubers.
Northeast Viral.
Yeah, Northeast Viral. And this one guy who really loved this, to be fair to him, he's giving his hug every 5 seconds. That he's like, oh, you're great. And then he goes in the ear of the girl and he goes, when you're alone later, just tell her we preferred him how he used to be.
She's like,
Unreal.
What?
Smashed it. And he goes, but when you're alone.
What?
Wow.
Awkward.
Yeah.
But people don't like you changing. Have you changed much?
No.
you've blown up quite quickly though, haven't you? So that's really
Yeah,
good
it's only
for
been
you.
like 6 months, so.
Yeah. Whereas I've been doing it 8 years, so. Good work.
No, you have changed quite a bit though. Like,
Have I?
I think,
Mainly the jaw.
yeah, you look different.
Didn't want to make that joke.
I had a big op.
Yeah, did you?
Do you not know?
No.
So why did his Through the Wire joke get such a fucking laugh?
No, I knew you had
because you sound like
braces.
you're talking to-
I knew you had braces. But
Oh,
that's it.
yeah, no, I used to be like that. I had an underbite, and then the NHS sort of put it back.
Horrific.
I'm a
Cracking job on it, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Really good job.
Looking sharp.
Thank
It
you.
almost looks
But no,
real.
but you generally change though. Your content's a little bit more. I think it happens to everyone though. You get a bit more sharper. You sort of know what you're good at and you hone that.
I did really enjoy your empty living room, or the empty sort of dining living room
arch.
area was quite a nice area.
Oh, okay.
It was quite good.
Shit.
Yeah.
So the background changed.
I was a little bit upset. I got to admit, yeah, like I do like it when
People are funny about backgrounds on YouTube, aren't they?
Oh, aren't they just?
Yeah, they really.
Fuck.
I mean, now you've got the den.
The den, yeah.
How's that going?
It's all right. It is a little bit, ironically, Zoellery
Yeah.
with the fairy lights and
and the white background.
If you haven't got-
the sign.
If you haven't got
yeah.
fairy lights on YouTube, I mean, who are you? Do you know what I mean at this point?
We were actually thinking about having fairy lights
Oh,
here at one point.
oh,
weren't we?
I wasn't.
No, we were. You remember when we first designed the set and we went, yeah, just put a table in there. We make sure there's cacti on it so it looks like Pharrell's show. And then,
Don't tell them the references.
Yeah,
For
don't
God,
let them behind
This was
the
all
curtain.
our
Yeah.
idea.
yeah. So original. And then we were going to have some too much budget, turned out. Yeah.
So you've got success pretty quick, Stephen.
Yeah, sort
to your
of,
head.
yeah. Well, I've always been a twat. But it's,
So you started like, what was it, 6 months ago?
yeah, in July I had 600 subscribers and then,
Fuck me.
Really?
yeah.
I mean, that's.
I'm trying to
I've
remember
seen
where I
I've seen
came in.
YouTubers grow. Like Will grew very quickly.
Yeah.
But that's still fucking hellish, like, isn't it?
I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember what the first
He's
video
had a lot
of yours
of.
I've seen.
He does like quite viral shit though. Your stuff tends to pick
Yeah.
up snowball.
It's, I think it was How to Be Stormzy. That was, that when Unilad used that.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just a thought. I'd actually made a few after it
He
anyway.
did How to Be Conor McGregor as well, which I thought was funny.
Very good.
Yeah, that could have been better, but it was,
Yeah, I was going to think that though. Is that
yeah.
one of the curses of being a comedian? Or sort of?
Yeah, I think you see jokes you miss and jokes that you put in that just don't work. By the time you think, yeah, that'll work with it, and it sort of kills it a bit. But that's what you learn from,
Well, you're still young anyway. What, you're 21?
I am, ladies.
Lots of time.
Yeah.
Are,
Did you date?
are there any ladies on the scene? Since
No, it's tragic.
the YouTube money must have changed shit for you a little bit. I know Will's definitely improved.
Oh well, Melanie, he's got that jawline that ladies die for.
Well, yeah, that's the ultimate YouTube jawline.
Some of them will
It
die
is.
from it as well.
Yeah.
It's really sharp.
But to sum it up, I was on Tinder the other day having a great time.
Sure you were.
Yeah, and I was just swiping through, and I found this lovely lady 5 kilometres away. Nice little bus ride.
Driving distance. You got a car yet?
No, but I can drive. I like to have that.
Yeah, but do you have a car yet?
He's got the license.
No.
If he needs it. If he gets checked for age when buying alcohol.
Sorted.
Take it, mate.
Sorted.
Anyway, 5k. There she is. Bam. Sitting there.
And
Sitting
then
duck, as you thought.
A lovely lady. I went into what sort of pages we liked in common. Admittedly, I do like my own page, Stephen Tries, but she likes Stephen Tries as well.
That's the best thing about being a YouTuber and being on Tinder.
You'd think that. Swipe right, fuck all. Okay, I think never mind. That's one lost.
You know, the thing is, though, she must have looked at that and thought, oh my God, it can't be him. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Someone must have copied and pasted this from another page. Because there's no way.
Because my bio is, yes, it's me. No, it's
But
not.
that's exactly what.
Is it really?
No, of course it's not.
What is it? Just out of interest.
I think it was something like,
Comedian
I've been through a lot of
failed
things in my
comedian.
life, but one of them wasn't puberty. A terrible joke.
Yeah.
But, it sets the tone that...
You get a lot of swipes right, do you?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's a surprise.
But then I was a bit depressed.
See, I thought the whole baby face thing, you'd be sort of killing the game.
Yeah,
Because you're not a bad looking guy, are you?
I think I am. These are covering up my ears.
No, you've got great. You got your head. I mean, credit to you. Your head's all in proportion. You know what I mean?
There's when you buy it. My head's all in proportion. If that doesn't make you wet, I don't know what will.
Your children won't be hard to squeeze out.
Ideal. I'm sure that's what every woman thinks of when they meet him.
There probably is.
Giving birth to his children.
Yeah.
They'll be
Ideal.
tiny, weak, feeble.
Make it past
I've always
the
wanted a
first.
feeble baby that might die. Anyway,
Just infant death there. That's just where it's gone.
Take that one off the post-it note.
yeah.
If you've lost a child this week, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Sorry.
I don't
about
think they play this on the wards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Not
might.
anymore.
Yeah.
They won't have you back. Will they? I've heard about that.
After all that hospital radio. Yeah. So anyway, you swipe a lot.
Yeah. So I was going through it, and then I found this account that was dedicated to the character of Chicken Run called Babs.
Oh yeah, she's a great one.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I'm game if you are. Swiped right again, nothing. And I just,
Bestiality, couldn't even get
deleted the app.
Brilliant.
Threw the phone on the floor.
You need to maybe get some professional shots of you, something like that,
I need to get headshots, Not those headshots, guys, before the groomers start.
Again.
Yeah.
I think my first video I ever saw of you was things we all do on holiday.
Oh, no, it's not.
It was.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know actually.
Is that an old one?
You can see I've watched it. You can see
He's been around the block.
I have been around for quite a while.
Yeah, you're sort of
Hey, you go and see
a weird
it's the
one
one I
because he's
watched all the
been
way
on
through.
YouTube for fucking years, but you're not actually got a YouTube channel.
He's the fan that got lucky.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
lucky. Met all of them.
No, that's Joe Weller's mate. Anyway.
Which one?
Exactly.
Leave it ambiguous.
Leave that one.
Yeah.
Leave that one. We'll see.
And I can't remember your first video, but I definitely I remember one of Spencer's brother. I think it was Saunders. Was like, you got to check this guy out. He's fucking.
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, it would have been Saunders.
Yeah.
Saunders would tell
Saunders
anyone
loves
that
him.
would,
Yeah.
because when Saunders finds a new channel, he's like, you'll never guess what.
He gets really
He's like,
excited about
there's
it.
a young comedian, right? He's bloody hilarious.
I love Saunders.
I think
came.
mine of yours was
Saunders says.
is it the 2010 World Cup? Did you do one about that? Is that right?
I might have done.
Shit, that was a shot in the dark, but close. Yeah.
Might have
Do
done.
one about the internet.
You've done sort of. You kind of haven't done loads about football on your own channel, but you sort of do football stuff, don't you? You've done sport and that, haven't you?
Sure. I mean, that's football stuff in a way,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Recently, yeah.
Why'd you move into that really monetizable zone?
So I started a football channel called 1080 Football, and then catchy.
420 football. That's what I'm about.
Nice, I like it. Missed the trick there.
Just as 4K comes in, you go get 1080 football.
Yeah.
You never guess what, guys.
Somebody genuinely thought it was 1080 because 10 plus 80 equals 90 minutes of football. No. That's never going to be why.
Rain Man commenting.
Good creative mind there.
Yeah.
And then, and then a company approached me and bought it off me and rebranded it to Sporf.
Wow.
And that was a nice 5 months. And now I'm here.
Spending all that cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sporf. Good old Sporf. Because Sporf were big, weren't they? And then you sort of...
Ruined it.
Because some people think Sporf is yours.
Sporf's not mine.
No.
Sporf's not
People
mine.
think you own sport.
Look how angry he is.
Someone actually
Sporf's
tweeted
not mine.
Someone tweeted saying, "What made him think of starting Sporf?"
BBC Sport, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no. They needed a YouTube channel because they had the Twitter, they had the Insta.
They were like a banter account on Twitter. Weren't they?
Yeah. And then they and they wanted me to.
There's not
face
enough
it.
of those, is there? Ban your accounts on Twitter. Do you know what annoys me? Do you know what really gets on my fucking tits? When something happens in a match of football and one person, like the Pogba dab, when Pogba gave away a handball and it was like, oh, he dabbed, and every fucking Twitter account and that dog all have to rush out and copy the joke, tweet the same fucking a million of the bastards. It's like, it was hardly funny the first time I heard it, let alone the millionth time. And all these Twitter accounts trying not to be outdone. I'm bored of yous all. I'm bored of the fucking lot of them. But if they want to pay me to be on there, fine.
Great.
Show me
You
the
heard Joe.
Who's Joe?
show me the money.
Is that what it is?
It's a hard one because I hate.
media manager.
Obviously I love sport and whatnot, but I
Love sport.
don't technically agree with like just tweeting the same shit that all the other accounts do.
Yeah, have your own banter, innit?
Yeah, but then
Some guys do that very well, though, don't they? Some guys do. They find their own stuff, and then everyone else will copy it. I think it's a bit like everyone feeds
It's
in.
kind of hard to know who is the unique one out of the lot of them.
yeah, you take it and you get 10,000 retweets.
Yeah.
It's hard to then go, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because it just
It's
yeah.
an ecosystem.
It's like
isn't it?
Paddy Power. Like sometimes
They're great.
They'll have some really funny shit.
Yeah.
Like whoever runs their account is decent.
Yeah, all 20 of them.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a few of them.
There's a
But
team.
then even them, I've seen them steal people's tweets loads of times
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
It's annoying, isn't it? In
Yeah.
a sense. Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
just that world in which we live in, like Lad Bible.
Yeah.
Like
How is that a thing?
why is that okay? Like I know they pay £100 a video or whatever, but they're still getting free material and getting fucking millions. Like the amount they earn from it compared to what they pay out.
I think it's one of those business models, though, isn't it? We're getting quite deep YouTube and Facebook here, but it's one of those business models where you go, we'll make enough money that when those people come for us, we can fight them off in the courts. You know?
Just realised Lad Bible actually owe me £100.
Yeah.
Refusing my chicken connoisseur video. So if you're
Yeah.
watching, cough up.
I might actually be able to sort that out for you, mate.
Yeah.
I've got
If you
a
could.
contact. So
He runs the Lad Bible.
I'll just walk in there and say, I want me fucking £100, you cunts.
Yeah. I'm Stephen Tries. I'm Max from Stephen Tries. Give me my £100.
There we
Just
go.
had a haircut.
Yeah,
It's fine.
just the hair. That's the only thing you
Yeah.
feel. I was just passing by.
It's sort of annoying that I was actually seeing Max's arse.
Oh, I've seen it way too many times.
Yeah, sort of when he was wanking off onto the table, and then he's like, you made the joke of something like, oh yeah, I put that in there, or something like mayonnaise or some shit.
Oh, almond milk, yeah.
Yeah, almond milk.
Oh yeah, it come from a nut.
So do you ever come up with jokes on set, or do you stick rigidly to the script?
I've got like all the jokes in the script usually get in because they're gold. Let's be honest. But I let Max generally do what he wants because he's very funny naturally. He's probably you should get him on here. You should.
Good physical comedy.
We like people who've got a bit of a following, if we can help.
Oh, he's got a following, mainly from various investigators. But he's really good. So it's because it's about 4 hours we have to film, so we stick to the script pretty much. But I'd like to do something improvised in the future.
I noticed that on the last one you did you did the Joker and you were all dressed up in that, and you're actually quite a good actor. Like, have you ever thought about doing like proper acting, non-comedic, just going in for an audition?
It makes me cringe. Like I did it once for an agency, and they said like do this script, and it was about this Scouse kid who's lost his parents or whatever, and I did this monologue to the camera, and it was all right, but it was just I hated doing it because I have to get a laugh, and that's what I like.
Yeah, but money is ideal as well.
Parents are divorced, and it fills the void that they left.
Getting a little bit deep now. I mean, you've got something in common there.
Yeah,
parents are divorced.
Yeah, broken home. How about you, bro?
Same.
Yeah. So that's where comedy starts in the home.
Yeah.
It starts in the home. You work from pain. You know what I mean?
This is it.
You generally find though comedians when they do take on serious roles, they just seem to piss it because it's so much easier than having the pressure of being funny. Being funny is quite difficult. Like, you look at was it Robin Williams when he did serious stuff? He was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
For that reason, I think.
They say like Jason Manford came onto the course one day, just to take off his shoes and stuff.
Just to top up.
And he was telling us about how because he does some serious acting as well now. He says,
Does he?
Coronation.
yeah, and something on BBC.
Fuck.
But he says like serious actors can't do comedy, but comedic actors can do serious. It's just the way it works. Like maybe he's just trying to build up his CV or whatever.
I agree.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Funny guy though, Stephen.
You gonna ask me about my role or?
You've actually written a sitcom, haven't you?
Oh, I've starred in films, bud.
Jesus.
Starred in films.
Starred?
Yeah. Well,
Green Street.
10 seconds in what was that? Another? No, not Another Hood.
Brotherhood.
What's the new one?
Brotherhood, yeah.
Adulthood.
No,
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
How was that?
Brotherhood.
What was it
which I
like?
fully support.
You don't
It was good.
know.
It was good. Just 10 seconds. Just a waiter.
Did
It
you
was
have
my
any-
favourite 10
any
seconds.
Thank you.
Dialogue.
Yes, I had to go up to Noel Clarke's partner and ask her if she would like anything else.
This is very different to.
And you winged it, didn't you? Just sort of slid
I
your
was a
number.
runner on the show.
Sorry, we need someone in a tuxedo to go over there and see what's anything else.
Yeah.
They would just happen to be rolling at the time. Like, that's brilliant.
Leave that in. It's fine. We'll work it in.
Should we give them the money?
This is very different to the Game of Thrones acting questions we had, isn't it? It's sort of-
Oh, that was brilliant. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but that was a great
No, nor
podcast.
have I. But I think I really got by well on that. Yeah.
You've seen
haven't
enough.
you?
No,
I've seen enough that I know. I've seen
Yeah.
enough that I know.
I sort of covered the show with that one and
Yeah.
held it
Very
together.
well. And I asked all the other questions. Yeah.
Like-
What's your favourite colour?
Yeah. What's your favourite?
When,
What do you think of
house?
Alfie Deyes?
Yeah.
went back to the Gervais question. Facebook or Twitter?
Top of Jack's list. But it is. I mean, do you guys? Because you've sort of gotten out of YouTube a little bit, haven't you? And you get invited to places.
Bit here, bit there. Yeah. What's the question?
Done any TV?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
I have. Many moons ago now.
What was it then?
Was it Comedy
Why are
Central?
you worrying? Come on.
Because it is shit.
Well, who cares?
He was on Big Bang
It's-
Theory.
I used to work in the butchers. I used to clean green meat from like grinders and things. So
At least
just
you still had your self-respect.
Still not worse than this. Yeah. BBC Three, ever heard of it when it was on
Yeah.
TV?
There you go.
I did a show with my ex-girlfriend called Hotel of Mum and Dad, in which we had to move out for the first time to see if we could
I'd
do
love-
it in the big.
I think I've seen that. I think I've
Really?
seen that show before.
It was fucking awkward.
Is that where everyone seems to like? They basically crash and burn, and,
Yeah.
then come crawling back
Yeah.
to mum and dad.
So wait,
Yeah.
Wait, what? Were you in a house with a load of other people?
So basically, it was bullshit. But they set it up as I lived with her
Right.
parents or her mum, and I was just a dosser, just
Yeah.
on the. I was earning good YouTube ad rev back then, and we had to. They gave us a flat, and they gave us the money to spend. It was meant to be our own money to see if we could do it on our own.
Right.
But it was just car crash from start to
So
finish.
yeah, you have to basically budget everything and
Yeah.
that. And I remember watching that actually.
yeah.
You have to
BBC.
essentially the BBC film normal people living a normal life and play it back to
Yeah.
themselves.
This is the same. This is the
Yeah.
same company that gave Tom Gray a show, so you cannot trust them.
That Tom Gray show was actually a really
The
good
Lad
show.
Ventures.
Yeah, the Lad
Yeah.
Ventures.
Mate,
was
we're
really
gonna get
good.
him on at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, he's good. He's
Really
good.
good.
I like him a
lad.
lot.
He was essentially the forerunner for people like you.
Definitely.
But he is the least interested in YouTuber I've ever met.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a YouTuber though. Do you know what I mean?
But he everything he does is on YouTube. You're a YouTuber. Do you not think?
I mean, not always. Sometimes it's just sort of like someone's going, "We'll put that on YouTube."
No, but if he had someone like managing him, I don't know if he does. If you're a Tom Gray's manager, I sympathise, and you're probably not doing a very good job. But like, he is so talented, though. He's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of his diaries of when he used to
Yeah.
play football on the Spencer podcast.
Great.
So fucking funny. But he's good, but he just rocks up and he just doesn't give a shit. Basically,
Great.
yeah. Maybe we'll
Good story.
try and get him on.
Yeah.
It's an
Anyways,
E30.
What?
It's an E30.
I don't know.
I don't know. He looks good.
No, you don't really.
He gets
You'll
away.
never know with him. Like, there's an amount of times where we were doing the Spencer show. What was it with the game show?
Yeah.
And he would just turn up, and he looked like he just rolled out of a bin.
Isn't that sort of comedian? A lot of comedians look quite dishevelled though. You know, if you've been on the circuit.
No, there's dishevelled, and then there's rolled out of a bin, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I don't know whether to take it offensively when people go, Laurence is a bit like Tom. You go, am I?
You're definitely not.
No.
You've
Tom's
got a
much
similar
funnier.
sense of humour, but
Yeah.
no.
Tom is very funny. He's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but comedian-wise, you've done some stand-up. Have you ever done?
That show that I was telling you about,
That
the
was
BBC
stand-up.
Three one, Basically, they sold it as I'm just some YouTuber not making any money, living on a sofa playing FIFA every day.
Sure.
And then...
and is that not accurate?
No, I've never played FIFA. No, it's fairly accurate. But they basically asked me what I wanted to be. And this was 3-4 years ago. So I just went, comedian, no, stand up, yeah. Last day of the show, Friday, they went, the story arc was, oh, look, Jack's going to follow his dreams now he's moved out. But they told me on the day, they said, okay, we've set you up a gig tonight, so you've got to do some stand-up. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. So I went to this pub where they didn't have any material, literally none. I was just going to read some tweets on my phone. You remember Uber Facts? You remember that on Twitter? Yeah. Half of them were bullshit, so I just thought I'll take the piss out of that. And I turned up at this pub, not joking, I thought I'd accidentally signed up for a hidden camera show because it was some shitty pub in Norwich. I couldn't even tell you. It was like, and there was this guy, full-grown man, on the floor in a suit, crying. So I'm like, okay, what's his? Oh yeah, he's just been to his dad's funeral. It's his wake.
Oh my fucking god!
And I've now got to do stand up for the first time.
Uber Facts, the dead body releases.
And then I said to the guy that run the pub, I said, how often do you do these every week? He was like, do what? I was like, the stand up show. He went, oh no, it's just we never had one in it before.
Brilliant.
Okay, I just stood in a corner, read these facts, and
this will be something new.
Yeah. And then there was 5 people stood there, and then my first joke was something like, it's not shit, it was statistically you're more likely to fancy somebody if you don't laugh at their jokes. And then I looked at 5 people and they didn't laugh, and I went, wait, and this guy just went, oh, I'm walking off.
And that was the BBC producer at the time.
Yeah, that was my girlfriend's dad.
What happened? Like what? So how was that then framed in the show? Did they go, oh, Jack bombed, or did they just add a laughing track?
It looked shit on the show, and it was even better. Like, they made it look better, and it still looked that shit. Sure. There was another bit. Me and my girlfriend had only been together like 4 or 5 months, and they said,
great time to commit on screen.
Exactly. Yeah. They said for this to work, we're gonna have to say 2 years or a year. I can't remember. It was a year or 2 years. And so I was like, all right, but obviously I don't get into the character of somebody who's been in a relationship for 2 years. So they took me outside for a little vox pop, and they was like, would you say you love your girlfriend? 4 months. No. Not really. No. Okay. Cool. And then they cut it. So Jack and Olivia have been together 2 years. Do you love her? No. And then when that was on TV, I was sat with her whole family. Yeah. She didn't know what was coming because I'd done it outside. Didn't think they'd use it. They won't use that. But it'll be shit. Her mum and dad there. Do you love your girlfriend? No, I don't. I'm just there like,
I'm just here for the sex.
Just sort of looked at her like,
she sucks good cock.
She's fit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't love her.
Yeah.
So have you done stand up since then or not?
I did one before that. That was my last.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you retired at the right time then.
Yeah.
YouTube's easier.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't see your audience. You just sort of get all these comments below that you either sort of deal with or not.
And jump cuts. Quite handy.
Jump cuts really
very handy.
Yeah.
You've done quite a lot of stand up.
Yeah.
Well, you should make it look that way.
I started right at the beginning of university and finished at the end. I just haven't bothered with it since.
Great.
But
You seem to get a lot of good laughs on the shows I've watched. Right?
Yeah, because I was a bit of a.
I like
a
the
niche
pedo
act.
jokes.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, that's what I brought to the table. And
lots of them.
Write about what you know.
You are.
Because he's a raging pedo.
He knows a lot of them.
I do.
Yeah.
Great guys if you watch him.
Well, the thing is, with people who never age, they can still provide a thrill later on in life, so it's ideal.
Who's your favourite through history?
Oh.
Yeah. I've got the sticker book.
I don't know.
It's a great way to attract kids.
Yeah.
You've got a sticker book.
The Murder and Pedo sticker book.
I don't know.
Merlin.
Who's your favourite pedo?
Or as I call it, Euro 96.
Jesus. We've got the title of the podcast anyway.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite pedo?
Oh,
you treat special.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite pedo?
I don't have a favourite. I like them all equally.
Yeah. Some of them are gentler.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Laurence.
It is a horrible subject to cover, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
But
Yeah.
you do it so well.
My next how to be is going to be based on.
Oh, fuck
Have
off.
you ever seen like the paedophile
How
hunters?
to be a paedophile?
Oh my God! You've spoken to some paedophile hunters.
The paedophile hunters.
Stinson
Yeah,
Hunter.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a how to be of that.
Okay.
Max will feature if you can.
I wonder what his character is. We found a pedo, we're going to throw him in the river. How original.
Is that not going to be very difficult?
No, just a load of nonce jokes is great.
Yeah. Where do you live?
St Helens, so
Lots.
perfect setting.
The hub of it. I've never been.
This is the weirdest shit.
It's a lovely part of town, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
Do you think you live quite a sheltered life?
Not anymore. Now I've been exposed.
Yeah.
As a
As a pedo, yeah. As a baby-faced pedo.
That would be the ultimate irony.
well, that's the thing is,
they called him suspected.
he can blend within the crowds because he looks so young.
He was just hanging out with
Ideal.
them. And he's a 15-year-old over there. It seems
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in? Did you grow up in St Helens?
I lived in Norwich for 4 years.
Alright, so both from the same area.
And then lived in St Helens for 17. Went to Salford Uni, so I lived there for a little bit. Got mugged. Well, hey, that's fun.
What was that like?
Terrifying.
Tell us, just take me through the step by step.
When he went in the room, they said, take your shoes off.
27 grand for a comedy course. Fuck off. So
It's a very long joke that we set up.
Oh, I like it when you bring it back. Now, what happened when you got actually mugged?
Okay, I'd just been to a Liverpool game and beat Swansea 3-2.
A lot of those stories start this way.
And I was going back from Salford from the train station, and I had all my stuff with me from the weekend. And my mum would give me like 50 quid because she loved me. And I had my iPad. I sound so middle class. I deserve to get mugged here. And I had like my little Liverpool bag and gloves on because I thought, I don't conform to what they do in Salford. I'm going to stick it to
Support Manchester United. Yeah.
And I was walking down this like main road, but it was pitch black and no cars were coming. And this guy was walking, and he was completely covered except for his eyes because he wanted to see. And my literal thought was, he looks like the FIFA player. And then it just kept on walking, and he walked past. I thought, that's fine.
That's how Spencer afforded all those FIFA packs. Yeah. Just mugging people.
Alex was filming it from the bushes. You can hear the laugh.
So he went, oi,
the
mate.
The FIFA player.
He went, hey mate,
mugged.
have you got don't forget to hashtag.
Yeah. As he was running away.
You really have to watch this podcast. I don't think this will come across on iTunes.
And so he went, hey mate, have you got the time? And I said no. So I was mugging him off really. Because I had an iPad, an iPhone, a watch. And I just kept on walking. And then out of nowhere he just came up to me and he had a knife in his hand and he went,
for fuck's sake.
And he went, give us your phone now. And I said,
You've already got one. I can't use that one. No.
I know my number off by heart, mate.
Yeah.
And I was panicking, searching my coat, and I genuinely couldn't find it.
Oh, it was one of those moments where it's like, like you're absolutely fucking
awful.
sweating bullets because you're frightened.
And he looked quite young. He looked younger than me. That was
Christ
depressing.
almighty.
And it looked like he just literally grabbed a kitchen knife, and his mum was like, "Go and get your tea." And he went, "Have you got any money?" She went, "No, get it for yourself." So he's gone out with his knife, found me.
To be fair, those little muppets are the ones who usually kill people because they're like, that's stupid.
He had nothing to
that
lose.
They'll actually go through with it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Great.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find my phone, and I went, "Can I give you money? Can I give you cash instead?"
Do you take card?
Honestly, it was like
take card?
Check. Yeah.
To which he replied, "No." What is this? I can't win here.
Can you believe it? A mugger refused cash?
I'll take that. Check only, mate. Honestly. Write it out to her, Spencer Owen.
Can you...
Fuck yeah.
Mugged by Spencer Owen. There's a good one, because then you get the big YouTuber in the title as well.
This is it.
Ideal.
Right, Seb.
Oh my fucking
Good
god.
business.
So I eventually I pulled out a tenner, not a tampon, and I was shaking, gave it to him, and he went, "You're a fucking idiot," and ran off. So I had to go to the corner shop for protection, and I went to the guy. I've just been mugged. Can I use your phone? Even though I had mine, but I couldn't find it. And he went, "Oh yeah, that happens a lot, mate. Use ours." Great.
Fuck's sake.
And so I
just say use 999 on speed dial.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Called the police. I had to wait there for over an hour. Like
For a tenner.
yeah. And
What does he look like? Well, have you ever seen the FIFA player?
Yeah.
oh, I love him.
Yeah.
So we just sat watching a few of his vids. Yeah. So that was awful. Where were we before that?
Just mostly how you're.
What was it like growing up in the area?
Oh, in St Helens. St Helens is great. It's got a bad reputation, but it's just the typical
What
northern
was your
town.
school life like?
I wasn't bullied, and it's a mystery to me.
Always good start that way. Yeah, I wasn't bullied
because I was obese. I must have been when I was like 10 until 15.
I can't imagine him being fat.
Nah,
I was really big. I went for it. I didn't. Mr. Kipling was like my dad, and it was amazing. Like the fact I wasn't bullied. Honestly, when you look at me, you think you deserved it, mate. Because I had this weird accent as well. I didn't fit in, but I did like weird impressions and. I did Family Guy impressions, and that seemed to just get me through. Like, bullies would get me in a headlock and say, "Oh, do you Peter Griffin?" And then if I did it, they'd let me go, and it was like, "Hey, lads."
Do you Peter Griffin?
Oh, I should have said Stewie Griffin.
Do either? I don't care. One of them.
Nah, yes, Stewie Griffin.
It's good, isn't it? Do you do that as well?
Oh yes, Brian.
Oh, good. And your name's Brian.
I can't do any.
Fucking
You can.
I do some off-camera really good impressions of just people we know, so that's good. Yeah.
So you still live in Norwich, don't you?
Yeah.
What was that like growing up? Because I've like been through. It's very country-ish, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly how you imagine it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You've never been.
I worked there a little bit when I was diving, and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
It was fine.
I never got mugs.
I used to go. Yeah.
Never got mugged.
No, there's not a lot of people around to mug you.
Nah. I used to do them. I used to travel to St Helens and mug people. That's what I did.
Yeah. So, what was it like for you at school, mate?
All right. I was just bright ginger and had a massive jaw, so it didn't go well.
No.
Not the best ingredients for. Yeah. But apart from that, not much.
Yeah.
So what's your real hair colour?
Ginger.
Is it like bright sort of?
It's fairly orange. Yeah. What are my eyebrows?
No, they just look like a blondie sort of colour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People tell me it's not as ginger as I think, but then I think it's ginger. Yeah.
I mean, I can't really confirm. I'm colourblind anyway. It's not really worth it. Yeah. So, what other YouTubers do you guys all watch? Who do you watch? You watch a lot of Will N.E., don't you?
The thing is, I don't watch as much as I'd like to. Like, I'd like to watch like more people, but I've only just started watching YouTube sort of this year.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And like I've always watched a little bit, but not enough really. And then I was like, all right, Will N.E., I watch these two. But I've only just come across you, but I was like, oh, because you reminded us of Partridge.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Partridge fan, and I just think that there's not enough like young, unique YouTube creators. I feel like there's a lot of people who do the same shit, and then the unique ones seem to just get lost in the pile a little bit. So when you find a good one, it's like, oh,
you subscribe.
Fucking diamond.
I do think it's quite good in that sense because, like, if you're on BBC, a lot of the comedians are quite similar. There's a lot of sort of Oxbridge comedians.
Well, in order to get it feels to me like in order to get anywhere, you've got to fit in with the people who have power, and all of those people are that crowd.
How will these two middle-class white kids fit in with all those people who have power?
Well, no, but even then, like if you look at the Sky Sports thing, like Soccer AM is a classic example of a show that's needed changing for about 15 fucking years, but because the people in power all pally with the people who are on the show, they just keep changing it. Like keep the same people.
What would you do?
I would scrap the whole fucking show, man. It's needed scrapped for fucking 10 years.
And what would you do after that?
Make a brand new show that is totally fucking different.
And what?
Football based,
right.
But
genius.
We'll bring it from the 90s. Obviously, it's going to be a football show. I'm talking about a new football show, but just not a 1990s football show. That show literally has not changed a jot in 20 fucking years, mate. Yeah. There's so much more you can do with it.
Isn't there beauty behind that though?
Well, it used to be beautiful before it had a.
This is about Helen Chamberlain.
But anyway, never mind.
What would you do with it?
Well, I'll get rid of Helen Chamberlain, no offence.
Straight in.
Take the JMX approach.
No offence. She's actually the queen of football, like on TV and that. She's done a great job, but she's 50 now or 49 or whatever. It's time for some new ideas, new thought. Let's get someone new in. Scrap the whole fucking show.
Ideally, which woman would you have?
Why does it have to be a woman? Why can it be two men?
Sexist.
Yeah.
Let's have the agenda, mate.
Yeah.
Fucker.
No,
we haven't had a single woman on this show yet, and that's the way it's staying.
Yeah.
Until we get someone worth bringing on.
Not quite sure if this is a parody at this point. Is it? So what would you then
I'm
do?
actually thinking about should we have a woman on
Just
the
the one?
podcast, but I don't know who.
Which woman would you like? I
She
mean,
doesn't
can
have to
you
speak. You could just.
Yeah, just sort of on a pole in the background.
Yeah.
What would you? Not that I would be for that. What would you do with that?
I'd like to get out. The problem is the way men sit and talk. Women are a lot more just generally reserved.
You ever seen Loose Women?
I hate that show.
God
It needs to
almighty.
be shot in the face,
Did you
honestly.
hear, to be fair, Dapper Laughs made a very good point about them the other week when he was like, they're
Still
sitting there
watching that,
talking about sex with Tom Jones, whose wife died a year ago. If this shoe was on the other foot and this was 4 men and a woman, and the men were talking to the woman about sex, it would be hell on.
He did the old reverse sexism thing.
Well, no, but it is
just like our
It's
Dapper.
It isn't the old reverse. It's totally true. It's a pile of shit. But the point is, like, to get a young, intelligent woman who you could have a good chat with would be good. Do you know what I mean? But I just can't
find one.
Can't find one. At least one with a good following that's going to bring something to the table.
Yeah.
I love how we've got to a point in this podcast where we're sat around discussing a Dapper Laughs good point.
Yeah.
Dapper Laughs made a very intelligent
I
point.
mean, that is a first for me. I don't really know who the bloke... I've never watched
Oh.
much of his stuff, to be honest.
Sure, you would love it.
Don't just put
I don't
that
know,
on
because
me.
I think you're quite aware.
No,
of
you're
your,
definitely aware of
Yeah.
your gross
Whereas,
sexism.
it's just, yeah.
You told me he's shit, so I probably wouldn't like it if it's shit.
I did a sketch with him once. I did a lot
But
with
the
him back
policing
in the
fit
day.
didn't work in the end.
No, I like that. Keep him. I was friends with him back in the day, and he invited me to like my first premiere and that. So I was like, "Fucking hell, this guy's well, all right." And then we did a sketch with him.
The Dapper Laughs movie.
Just in widescreen. Just exactly the same content, but in widescreen. Oh, he's cropped his veins.
Fucking hell. Oh dear. And
Blame that into
we wrote, when I was telling you off camera that we did a sitcom sketch channel, and we wrote Dapper Laughs into one. And I turned up. The camera crew didn't like him before they came, just from his videos, as you'd expect. So I had to convince them he's actually a well, all right guy, and he's not Dapper Laughs. He's Dan. And we turned up, and
Dan's a fantastic man.
Dan's a great guy. But we turned up, and he was just not a great guy.
Oh.
No, not a great guy.
Really?
I went, do you want the script, Dan? Not expecting him to know it, but like, do you want it? And he just went, I'll just. I went, oh, have you read it? He went, no, I'll riff it. He was pissed. He was like, I'll riff this. Scripted sketch comedy, you can't riff it. And then we booked out this back of this pub, and this guy just walks in with his hood up halfway through when we're filming this sketch. And I'm like, sorry, mate, we're just filming. He's like, fuck off. Oi, Dan.
Brilliant.
Throws him a wallet. Dan just gets the wallet in the middle of this. So we're like, we'll do this in a minute. Goes to the bathroom, wait 5 minutes, come back out. At this point, he's all over the place. You don't know what he's talking about. He's got some 19-year-old sat there, this girl, who keeps laughing and rubbing him under the table while we're filming. It couldn't have been more Dapper Laughs if you tried. And that was behind closed doors.
That was off camera.
Is that you going, is this you riffing?
yeah.
So I'll riff it. So she's going to give me a hand job.
yeah. So it's just mental.
Yeah.
And
Live the gimmick.
Yeah.
Live the gimmick.
I mean, to be fair, I watched, when it all blew up.
Yeah.
And again, I feel a little bit. He's obviously not here to defend himself, but he was there on news.
Don't feel too sorry for him. He's probably a millionaire, mate.
He makes a shit ton of money, yeah.
He does. I mean, he did his tour. Essentially, he was the Donald Trump of comedy for a while. And it all blew up. And I thought, let's watch a bit of this show, just see if it is as bad as people say. No, it is. The first episode is him giving advice on how to get girls proper moist. Now, you already know about this, but you might be interested. Then he finds a guy who looks a little similar to you, has a beard, he does that thing where you can only be good looking if you look like everyone else. That's Dapper Laughs, the character, I'm guessing. I legally have to say, probably, his idea of what a good looking person is.
I'm very lucky that I don't look like everyone else because I tapped into something.
Like we say, you're a walking fetish.
Yeah.
You are.
You walk down the street, women look at you and go.
Not all women, unfortunately, but some.
Some cross the street.
And those some are more than welcomed.
Are they proper moist.
There is a lot of Instagram groups for women who just want bearded, tattooed men.
Yeah. And are you big on
You could be the
those?
face of that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, poster boy.
Yeah. Why not?
Any sponsorships out there?
This is it.
Still waiting.
Yeah. But overall, it did blow up quite a lot, didn't it? It was sort of very Daily Mailed.
Yeah, is this when he got his polo neck jumper
That was a great night,
Yeah.
wasn't it? When she read him his quotes back. I worry that's going to happen to us one day.
That was the worst thing he could have ever done. Worst thing.
The thing is,
Lawrence, you sat
I'll never
opposite
be-
while he said he was fucking her hairy pussy, and you laughed. Do you have any reply to that on Newsnight? My dad just sitting at home. Fuck's sake, what has he become?
Look at that polo neck.
But look at that polo neck.
I do. I have actually ordered polo neck exactly like Dapper Laugh.
Yeah, fucking hell, I never want to see that.
I've
Ever.
thought about
Unicorns.
that before though, like what if because we've done hours upon hours of things where you say, it's not like 10-minute videos where it's sort of, you really are aware of everything you've said in that one vid. Like, I just come out with shit.
You lose it,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the amount of things people could quote back to me this is podcast 21 or something, like even now.
That's 40 hours.
Yeah, but I really care less than I've ever cared in my life now. I'm
That's
at a
why you got
point-
me on the show.
Yeah.
That's it, like any old shit. Well,
You've got to have 200k.
I love the tweet that you got today that said filler episodes. Yeah, pretty much.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Really?
What questions did you get on Twitter? Were there a lot of replies
I haven't even looked at
The main one was
I've
who,
enjoyed
when you
it
said we've
so
got the
much.
guests
No,
on.
I often think that's quite mean.
No, I accept it.
Really?
Yeah.
You've blown up quite quickly,
yeah.
but then you've been around for 8 years. That must
Yeah.
really irk.
I get
Jeremy Paxman.
Yeah, that must really irk you, Boris. Yeah,
I get through it.
yeah.
I get through it.
Smiling.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you see someone come out of nowhere and then go sort of viral in that? Because like I've seen that with Will. I remember I messaged Will when he was on 25,000 subscribers. I went, "You're going to get 1 million before I do, mate. I can see it coming."
You wanted to own that. In
Does it? I've got that. I called it.
Yeah. Yeah. In many ways, that's half
Does
your
it?
channel.
Does it ever bother you, especially when they're like bellends like that pro gamer lad?
It doesn't really bother me. It depends on the content. So like Stephen, I've watched since he was on 1,000, and then he's gone past, and it's deserved. It's deserved. All I do, like I can moan about shit content. I'm not saying that my content's not shit.
But I actually have
Do you
to
know what
say,
I mean? I sit in a shed and slag people off. I'm the shittest one.
Yeah.
to
We
be
can all
fair,
acknowledge that.
I actually think that you're like a really underrated YouTuber.
Thank you.
Like I actually thought to myself, I don't get why. I just can't understand why some people have like pro gamer, for example,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you're not getting the views that someone like that get. It just
I think though,
it
you're
makes no
quite-
fucking sense.
You're quite challenging in that sense. Like, so you're it's a little bit of a stressful experience to watch your videos.
Okay.
Whereas with pro gamer,
I'll
you
put
know,
that on my banner.
yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's a stressful.
It's a Laurence McKenna. It's a bit of a stressful
Class
experience.
quote.
Yeah.
I want that on a show reel.
But then with if you do kind of show me on next year. And then with him, it's more just like you know what you're getting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can almost switch off for 10 minutes.
I
Just sort
feel
of
like
watch his own.
when you challenge like I do and you do, it's sort of you're running the risk of pissing people off to the point where they might not watch your videos anymore because people get emotional over if you're challenging their favourite YouTuber, their favourite footballer.
Yeah.
I know for a fact there's people who've really took the hoof with me when I've had a go at their team, even though the next week I'll be having to go at their rivals or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
not meant to piss anyone off that much.
Norwich Yellow is all right,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that to the Norwich fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you ever worry about maybe if I was just a little bit more tame, I would be bigger than what I am?
You'd have sold out though, wouldn't you? At that point, surely?
Yeah. It is weird. It is one of those worries. That, like, well, because you remember Jack's Gap? You probably don't, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
What happened to him?
Are they the twins?
Yeah.
his dad owns like a big part of the BBC, so he doesn't really need to do fuck all.
Yeah.
But he asked me if I wanted to do a collab back in the day.
Great.
But he was very family friendly, and I turned it down.
Yeah.
And then everyone he did a collab with, it was like the time when Alfie was growing, Marcus was, whew. So then there is that part of your brain that goes, if I'd have done that collab, I might have been all right, but then I wouldn't have been making the same shit.
You may have been daily vlogging at this point, sort of.
Yeah.
You might have gone down a different route.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that there's definitely a battle between credibility and
100%.
growing the channel.
100%.
And doing
Which
this
one's
podcast.
Yeah.
And doing the podcast, I've had to think to myself, all right, who do I want on and how do I want to treat them as
Yeah.
well? And because if someone's doing you a favour, you have to appreciate that
Yeah.
as well and say, all right, for example, if JJ comes on, now luckily I just generally get on with the lad, but I'm saying if a big YouTuber like PewDiePie was to come on and I genuinely don't really, like, I don't dislike PewDiePie, but from what I've seen of him, he's not the type of YouTuber I would sit and watch hours of. I would, of course, I'd have him on the fucking podcast.
Because it'd be doing you a favour.
Yeah, so
with us, you're doing us the favour.
I've had to like think about it and be like, all right.
It's the hottest thing on YouTube right now. Man.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
Will actually said about Stephen that you're the best YouTuber right now in his opinion.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so he said. But
You
I
guys.
thought I was a bit annoyed because I was like, have you not been watching football holidays? And that,
He
you know what I
flipped the
mean?
table and went, for fuck's sake.
No, but there is definitely, for people like me and you, how likeable I'm at versus how funny I'm at. In a battle of not going too far sometimes because...
Well, you've hit the nail on the head. That is literally it. Do I want to do a video...
About popcorn.
Slagging off... Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Popworks, 4 great flavours.
I love it.
Genuinely, though, that made me go out and buy one of their flavours.
That is mental, isn't it?
What was it like?
It was good. It was the apple pie one, which was actually really, really nice.
That is mental.
So I'm a direct marketing works.
You two set this up.
No, I told you this the other day.
I couldn't fucking believe it.
They're not paying us me anything particular, so
I'll sort it out.
Moving on.
I'll sort it out. But on the other hand, I think it's quite... a lot of brands won't work with me because of the shit I say. But then you do have that very niche, like those few brands that like that content, so they will get behind it. And because there's not a lot of YouTubers that swear and a bit edgy, I hate the word edgy, but...
It is the way they say it.
Then.
So they'll pay more money. So if you get the right brands...
The suit and ties really... They fuck me off, to be honest, because it's like
literally.
This YouTube is YouTube initially was supposed to be about real people making real videos about themselves, and because it's became such a cash cow, it's about the people usually at the top are the fakest fucking cunts you can get who are making all the money and pretending like they live the Disney life.
Yeah,
do you
and
ever think
it's
that, though,
pissing me off.
I mean. That's part of the marketing of YouTube.
He shaves his balls like everyone else, whatever. Do you know what I mean? He does things that are embarrassing that he might not admit to.
Not everyone shaves.
Do you shave your balls?
But I used to sort of keep more track of it than I do, to be honest.
Sure.
It's like, probably could do with a trim.
Lazy.
The amount of times I've cut my penis, it's just not worth
Well, apparently,
and what for?
Apparently, Veet's the way forward, but they're not paying us anything, so I don't know yet.
Yeah, you're right.
My mum can vouch for that as well, guys.
Yeah.
Good
God.
If they pay us.
Smooth.
It's so smooth. Cheeky's healthy.
Smooth as a baby's bottom, and he knows what those feel like as well, doesn't he?
No, but
I bloody do.
Fuck me, there's just way too much paedophilia.
But then YouTube is marketed
general.
as something real. It doesn't mean it is real. Do you know
No,
what I mean? Like, it's like
that's what's
organic on a...
It's just a bit upsetting that the audience of these big squeaky clean YouTubers, they don't realise.
How do they not realise?
Because they're 8 or 9.
No, when I was 8 or 9, even then I would have said, fuck this cunt. But maybe that's just me.
You are not the average 8 or 9 year old.
I was listening to the Slim Shady LP at that point, so I probably would have used those exact words.
I don't know that many kids who would have... I didn't know the word cunt until I was 16.
It was my
17.
first word.
Yeah, I can honestly imagine that, yeah. Cunt.
Yeah, I looked at my mum. Cunt. It's probably why she loves vodka now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like...
Smooth as a baby's bum.
frustrated, because like, I got a tweet last week from a kid saying that all the kids in his year have been talking about was the KSI podcast, and I was like, fucking great, like, because that just makes you feel good when you hear things like that. And then I'm thinking, then who the fuck's watching Alfie vlogs? Do you know what I mean? It must be the girls in the year. What are they doing?
The thing is, you do know, I can watch BBC One, but also BBC Two.
I know, you know what I mean?
I'm not sort of going, BBC One, and I'm sticking with it. You know, I can flick around, sure. Sometimes I'll pause our podcast just to make sure there's nothing offensive that we left in, and sort of go away and watch one of these two and be like, that makes me happy again. Now back to
you know what I mean, though. I'm just saying, like, I want the reality of what YouTube was supposed to be
What is
back.
that? Yeah, but then Alfie may make the argument, this is my reality.
It's not.
It isn't, man. Bullshit.
How do you know? Have you ever spent a day with him?
It's not.
Bullshit.
I know a lot of people that know him, and based on that, I've only ever spoke to him once.
Yeah.
And it was probably what birthed this weird sort of hatred of him. Like, I just tweeted, this was 2011, 12, just tweeted very, very much on point to what you're saying, something about, I hate when YouTubers pretend to love One Direction just to get the Directioners on board.
Sure.
That was all I put. Yeah. And then I got a Skype call from him. Didn't even know I had him on there. Came up Alfie Deyes. And then he went, can you take your tweet down, please? And I was like, sorry, what?
He was playing the character of a farmer. Take your tweet down, please, and then drain the Laura Fields.
And then I was like, it's not about you. He's like, no, but people are going to think it's about me. I was like, well...
It's not my fault, mate.
Yeah, it's not my fault. And then Casper Lee was in the room, because that's when they lived together, and he was like, actually, Jack, I can't do voices, I'll stop.
All right, mate.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Significant.
What bread, brown bread? JaackMaate, get me rings.
Casper Lee went, Alfie does actually like One Direction, so... What's your point? It's not about him then.
Yeah.
Mugs.
Yeah, so that is a good point, is people do get very pissed off. That's like that...
Can you imagine someone Skype calling me asking me to take a tweet down? Fuck off, you stupid
What would you
cunt.
do? What would you do?
I'd laugh. All they would hear is me laughing, and then the call ends, and that'll be it. And then I'll be thinking, why didn't I record that?
Happened, that was
views. So
yeah.
Can you believe people are that petty?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Like, quite a few people are worried about. I think quite a few people are insecure on YouTube because they're worried someone else is going to come along and take their spot. And the irony is that YouTube's supposed to be about collaboration.
Worried. Some of them should be worried because it'll be so easy to recreate that with a younger, better-looking kid, for example.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not paranoid about that at any time. But what about the YouTube sort of it tells you collaborate, go out there and collaborate, and so many people after they've collaborated go, he stole my idea. You collaborated, mate. That's the whole point. Is you're supposed to share ideas.
Yeah.
Everyone sits in a room and goes, no, it's my idea to do the penalty challenge, and you're like, you're not the first guy to take a fucking penalty.
Yeah.
We're not talking about.
No. But you know what I mean.
Penalty challenge.
Yeah.
Because I know we've got friends who do those. So.
No, but you know what I'm.
And we love you all.
No, some of them are bollocks. Like, genuinely, some of them are really bad, but some of them are good. Some
people
I enjoy.
take better penalties than others. I see what you're saying.
Some of them I enjoy. Like Chris MD did a really good one a few weeks ago where they took the studs off the boots, and I was like, that's really clever.
Yeah. You can tell he puts a lot of.
He puts some. You can tell when graft goes into something as opposed to when someone goes, should we do a penalty challenge again today, lads?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think I liked about both of these lads is you can tell a video isn't just something they've shot out in a day. Yeah. Like, there's no way you use
black and white effect on it sometimes.
There's no way you do a video like the same day you think about it and you upload it the same. There's no way that all happens in one day. Either of you, as I can just tell.
So when you shoot, because you do a lot of different angles.
Yeah.
I know you do different angles. I like the way you crop the way you did that crop thing the other day where it said bullshit on the sign in the background was brilliant.
Thank you.
But the way that you do it, do you film all One Direction and then all one? I don't mean the band. Do you film all?
Who he loves, by the way, in case he offends anyone.
Take that tweet out, mate. So in case, do you film all one take for one person and all one take for the other, or will you go, okay, do your line, I'll do my line?
Yeah, no, we do it all at once.
So that takes longer to cut because you've got to find your points there. See, so
does it? I didn't realise that.
Well, of course, if you can just lay things back to back.
Oh no, we make so many mistakes. It's going to take ages.
I like the outtakes.
Yeah, I've got a lot of outtakes. Like Max at the moment, he's getting a lot of mentions.
He's sort of the brains of the operation.
He is, and the looks, and
got 2-1.
Yeah, he did.
What did you get?
A first, but that just makes me look like a smug twat. It's a first in comedy. Yeah.
Well, do you think the word comedian gets thrown around a little bit too much? Because there's a few comedians who I'm not going to name.
Well, name them.
I've met on YouTube, and there was one or two where I'm like, are you a comedian?
No, it's like Instagram comedians, and there's other guys who do sort of a similar thing to what you do about Instagram stuff. There's that whole strain of people who kind of find someone that's easy to hate, and then sort of goes, I'm going to go in on this guy, and it is good. Do you know what I mean? Some of them are more observant than others.
Yeah, he's very observant.
Some people try and rip you off, and they literally just name the things that person does. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas you're a bit more
rainbow
observant.
poo specific. Yeah, I like that.
Rainbow poo.
Yeah. Whatever it was, unicorn poo.
That's it, yeah.
That was it. Something like that.
Unicorns come over rainbows, though.
Fucking whatever, isn't it?
Do you know? I mean, it does get thrown around quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know comedy's.
You got a degree in it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, has Ricky Gervais got a degree in No, I didn't even say comedy there. I stumbled over it.
In cock.
I got panicked. But no, it's like, I know comedy's subjective, but there's levels, and I see people, like before I started, I used to see some people on Facebook, and they just get a girl with big tits in, pardon my language there, for my mum who's watching.
You still haven't said cunt, by the way.
Saving it.
With big tits and a sweet cunt.
So
Fuck
true.
me.
And they rely on that to get people to watch the video on Facebook, and it's awful content. And I just thought, it's like
that.
Woody and Kleiny, a comedy duo.
Oh, God.
You like Dick and Dom, but with an extra chromosome, and it's awful. It really is.
Poor Woody and Kleiny.
And it's
They
just
used to do
terrible.
football stuff.
Would you ever do anything?
They did Slash Football actually before Slash Football.
No.
Genuinely, Woody and Kleiny were the first thing on Slash Football.
I'm so
To be
sorry.
fair-
You've advanced.
No, they've taken the videos down.
I mean, that channel's gone from strength to strength.
They had
thanks to
Lacey
yours truly.
Bankard on.
Oh, exactly.
Who's that?
There you go.
Who's that?
I mean, you pretty much nailed that. as a
Who's
format.
Lacey Bankard?
I don't remember who she was. I just remember she went on. I think she was maybe
Big
on Big
Brother,
Brother or something like
yeah,
that.
one of them.
And
Another
she came
titty
on,
out job.
and they're both sitting there. Both today got Lacey Bankard. Hey, it's my real name. Of course it is, darling. And then they went, "What are you doing, Lacey, with your time now?" Well, I'm training for cycling from Paris to London. Oh, brilliant, Lacey. Anything else you're doing? Yeah, I've got a range of condoms. Cool. We'll skirt over that. No, go in on that.
Yeah.
You guys are not paxmen. Like, you need to go in on that bit.
Yeah.
Didn't even follow up on it. Bang hard condoms.
Well, this is the type of
Perfect.
people I've got to choose from when trying to get a girl on the podcast. Do you know what I mean? No wonder we haven't had
you
one
could just
on
have an
yet.
intelligent woman on. Don't say they're hard to find. I can just sometimes now. The thing is,
No, it's like
early
Tourette's now
podcasts-
wants to come
yeah,
out.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
his
inside.
mouth. Look at his mouth.
It's like Vesuvius sitting over there in that red jacket.
So yeah,
Come on, you got some more tweets just to stop yourself.
I like sort of one thing I like about your videos is the way you sort of play this like pompous, arrogant little bastard.
Yeah.
And
What are you drawing?
And then you
on
turn the
today?
camera on.
I'd like you to do more like that if I could see you do like
Just as a tip.
Yeah.
maybe vlog as him, like sort of
That'd
like
be
a
good,
day in
yeah.
the life of.
Yeah.
That would be good. I would like
It's
that.
just, it's like I've always been like, that's my go-to sort of
It works though.
character, like, you know, insulting people, being obnoxious, and it's, of course, like if you watch Partridge and like Brent, you're gonna get.
It really
influence
reminded me
from
of
it.
Partridge in particular,
Yeah.
like a young Partridge.
I've been called that before I'd seen Partridge, which I realise is an insult. Like when you're 14 in school.
Not really. Well, if you're trying to be funny though, it's a belt
guess, yeah.
compliment, isn't it?
I suppose so, like, those guys did sort of shape a generation of men, didn't they? Because, like, you know, a lot of people, I think it sort of became part of their character to be that sort of, and it's quite an English character as well.
Yeah.
Sort of be that kind of slightly emasculated man. Who's
Yeah.
kind of
Overcompensating.
overcompensating, a bit of a loser sometimes, kind of doesn't have very much luck with the women.
Yep.
You know, I'm not targeting
No,
you.
no.
You know, but like that's something that's very British. That's
Yeah.
quite a British character there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that quite well. It's quite well played.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, it's, you know, it's a challenge to.
You're
pretend
one
I'm
of the
not
most
grumbling.
requested people we've had on.
Really?
Jack. I mean, Jack was requested as well, but like you've got like a
Whatever.
you've tapped into this in all jokes aside though, you've got like a really hardcore following going on at the moment.
It's surprising, yeah,
Yeah.
because,
How much is Will to thank for that?
well, you know, he charges me quite a bit each week.
for the tweets.
They aren't
Yeah.
good blowjobs.
He puts that jaw to work. But yeah, it's I really like the audience because it's not like the typical sort of morons you get with some other people, and it's people that have, like appreciate comedy,
Cash
like they quote stuff and they write out what they like, and you can see they pick out jokes and stuff that I think of, and they notice it. It's like,
I like the grandma and the iPad joke, by the way. I
oh,
thought
thank you.
That was a quality one.
Little quiet aside to the best ones for me.
I did that once, and the worst gig I ever did. It was at a Christmas do in January, and a year ago.
Do you want to repeat the joke so people get it?
What is it? Oh, I'm talking about old people in technology, and I say, Manan thought, oh God, I can't even think of it. Oh yeah, Manan got a selfie stick. No, Manan got. Oh, this is awful.
Manan got a
this is
selfie
why I
stick for
died on
Christmas.
stage.
This is very similar to his actual stand-up.
Yeah. Hold on, guys.
Yeah. People are going, I love that nervous shit he does, like a nervous act, yeah.
Manan got a selfie stick at Christmas.
Yeah. She thought it was a dildo. This is awful. That's the joke, isn't it?
Yes.
Where's my mind
Basically,
You could do it better than me.
It was something along the lines of, me nan thought my man thought the selfie stick was a dildo. We won't be getting those photos developed.
That's it. Yeah. Jesus, Stephen.
We got there in the end.
Yeah, it
Ruined
would've
it.
been,
I butchered.
digital cameras.
If you're seeing Stephen for the first time on this podcast, trust me, his channel's way better than that.
What you're seeing here is a shambles.
It's a shell of a man.
And I'm not a paedophile either.
No, that is actually not
convicted anyway.
Not yet.
You're only guilty if you get caught.
Exactly.
So
Fucking
And if you stay quiet, Jonathan.
that is bad, even for me. Jesus. Right, we've got Twitter questions.
Yeah, loads of them.
Well, actually, not that.
About 2.
Yeah,
Sorry, so the top one. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came in quite a lot.
Who?
We'll start with Jack.
Even Owl.
Worst thing you've ever had to tell someone that you've done. Confession. You ever confessed to anything that was really...
Hi, Alfie. I've done a video about you, mate. Yeah.
Do you know how you told us to delete that tweet?
Yeah.
I haven't, but I have done
yeah.
a video about you.
I'm still shitting on you from a distance.
I don't know.
You ever had to come clean about anything to a girl or anything like that? You said you split up with that girl. What happened with her? I mean, you sort of aligned yourself with her
Is
early
it something
doors.
awful, or did it just sort of peter out?
Got a new girlfriend now, so...
Do you?
That's
Are you
it.
in a relationship?
Yeah,
How long Jack been going?
2 years next week.
It's a long time.
Is that Valentine's
Yeah, I
Day?
do, yeah.
He loves this
I've
one.
learned my fucking lesson.
Yeah.
He loves this one.
Even if it was 3 weeks in fresh, do you love her? Probably,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm quite an upfront person, so I don't really get...
What would you say it's like for her to be in a relationship with you?
What, her
the
idol?
man, the boss, the YouTuber, all of it.
She knew me before. She knew my YouTube channel before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that how you met, sort of thing, or?
She came up to me in a club and said, I like your videos.
Hello.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Can't wait for that
You
day
must
for
have thought. Oh, tell you what, sorted. That's a way in to talk to her.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and
You
then...
said, join the queue.
Join the
It was similar to that KSI situation where he went, "This is my bouncer, take her away."
I went, photo or autograph, take your pick.
Play hard
Fuck
to
off.
get. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, she's alright.
She's all right.
Yeah.
She's good.
And cut.
Have you got her a gift for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
This probably won't be out before then, so you can tell
Go
us
for
what
it.
it is if you
Just
want.
the standard, just taking
The
it
usual.
Some
to
lacy
London.
Bangkok condoms.
Yes, nice hotel, that kind of vibe.
Taking her to the
Yeah.
loft. In she goes.
5 things I love about my
set if
girlfriend.
you want. This position. Or was it this one? That's a good. He's going.
He's rubbing off on
mentally.
you.
He's writing all this down. Going, I could.
Well, the thing is, when we first started this, it was Laurence's mission to sort of make me a better person, I guess.
But it's just
I
gone
think
the opposite.
I've made him a worse person.
Yeah.
Especially off camera. He's a massive cunt now off camera. You are more of a cunt than
An
you
insatiable cunt, I think some people say.
Bang on, bang on.
Bang on, yeah. That was your experience. 5,000 sporf coins, well done. Go on.
He's had that one waiting for you, I guess.
I
No,
used
you
it all over
used it last
TFI,
week.
yeah, it's a waste of time.
What about you? So you haven't got a Valentine?
No, unless Babs gets back in touch on Tinder, it's going to be a lonely one.
Do you try and use any of your lines on Tinder?
What, Manny on the map? That works on ladies.
Manny on the map.
What is that even referencing? I don't even know.
It's a grime MC called Bugsy Malone, and I watched him, and he said Manny on the map a lot. So I thought when I do Stormzy, because I'm in Manchester, I'll just say Manny on the map, and then I panicked and said it again, and that's become my catchphrase now. It's like people, like kids would see me in the street and go, "P don't know." They go, "Manny on the map." He's back.
Not again.
It's annoying when you say something on YouTube and people take to it because eventually it's something you can't escape.
Yeah.
Like I said, does my drinking offend you? And that I didn't say for 2 years, and I still get people like saying it.
Yeah.
We should have put that on a T-shirt by now. That's
We would have made way more money.
Yeah.
Someone did. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that later. And then I guess though it is quite hard also because as a comedian, I guess you sort of have to. Not every woman wants to be with a comedian. Do you know what I mean by that?
Do you feel like your missus has sort of like had to suffer for your art in any way? I know you've had her in a couple of videos, haven't you?
I do, yeah. Like I do make a lot of jokes when it's just me and her, and she's just like, She finds me funny, but sometimes it's like...
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, or I'll do a joke that I was supposed to do with one of my mates, and then it's like, do this really weird joke that's not funny in any way, unless you're me, but I basically just go up to my mates, and I'll be like, one of these days I'm going to fucking smash it. I did it to my girlfriend once, did not go down very well.
Do you feel like... Because we were talking to JJ...
That's not even a joke.
Yeah. We were talking to JJ and he was like, I'm not sure I should have had... I mean, I know it's different because that video he did with his girlfriend got like 30 fucking million views, but still, you're still going to be well recognised in that. Were you a bit worried about putting her in the videos?
If I was a looker and people subscribed to me because they thought he's fit, then I probably wouldn't have mentioned I had a girlfriend, because then all the girls unsubscribe, but they're not subscribed for that reason anyway.
Yeah.
So
honestly,
just on the off chance.
I've done quite well. Look at this. Yeah.
Jealous.
I always say laughter can get any woman's most women's knickers off.
That's something Jack repeats multiple times.
Laughter.
Yeah, that's actually his main pulling line.
Yeah. When she tells me no, listen, laughter, get him on.
Do
you laugh, legally binding.
You ever done anything you regret?
Yeah.
Where you've had to like come clean to anyone?
There's one, but it's really morally wrong and involves my deceased granddad, so I won't go into that one today.
You're allowed to.
I didn't kill him, by the way, just in case I get that pinned on me. I think no.
You can't. That got cleared in court, so can't get us on that one.
I don't. No, I've not done anything that bad. I'm quite a good boy.
You do look
That's
like
good
a
for the
quite
podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
The great
lad.
story.
I think I'm fine.
Another scoop.
Another one.
Keemstar's watching going, for fuck's sake, there's nothing on this one.
YouTube or non-YouTube inspiration? When Gervais was the man. Anyone?
Steve Coogan, Ricky Gervais. But in terms of stand-up, it'd be probably the main one would be Kevin Bridges. I think.
Yeah,
he's really good. I met him once, and he was just so down to earth as well.
Do you want to do more stand-up in the future? Or are you thinking more sketch, more TV?
I prefer sort of sketches in terms of like the nerves and stuff. It's just
I've done a bit of public speaking lately. Which sort of I turned it into stand-up, to be honest, because I thought it's easier just to make jokes than actually give people valuable information. And it can get quite... The first one, by the second time and the third time I was comfortable as fuck, but the first one was a little bit like... Sweaty palms. Fucking hell, like a lot of people looking at us, and I didn't think I would be nervous, but I was a tiny bit nervous for that.
Yeah, it's sort of like... The worst thing for me is like, that's why I have so many jokes, I think, well, try to anyway, in sketches and stuff. It's because I hate the sound of silence. Just like...
Jump cuts as well, ideal.
But the thing is, you don't do jump cuts, do you? You have to sketch and sort of script out your stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Ask Stephen how he comes up with all of his ideas for skits.
I do a lot of ketamine, guys. It's cheap. It's good.
If you did do that, you would know it's not cheap.
Isn't it?
No.
I've been sold the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Do they just come to you, or
like the
chicken connoisseur?
I wonder how I can make it. Oh, there we go.
I base it on a lot of sort of things I see in the media. So it's just things I've watched and things I like, things I can make jokes about. The paedophile hunter. I just thought that's a funny concept.
I got contacted by 2 legit pedo hunters who wanted to come on and promote what they're doing and that. But I'm like,
what?
I want to be in?
It's a YouTube channel.
But I was they've got like 2 5-second videos of them going up to a pedo with a camera in his face. I don't even know if it was a legit pedo. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I'm trying to make a vlog.
That was a bit weird. So didn't say yes.
Fair enough.
Because I'm kind of interested in. I'm obviously interested in vigilantism. It's quite funny in that. Like there's something about a vigilante that's like, they're the outsider. Do you know, like Batman's the vigilante everyone wants to be, but then
when you say vigilante, I always think of Freddy Got Fingered.
Sure,
I'm a vigilante.
Yeah,
have you ever seen Freddy Got Fingered?
Yeah. But
it's the name of one of the pedophiles.
It really is like but it is seriously fucking funny though, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean,
it was a classic.
It was one of those ones as a kid. I wanted to watch it, and my mum was like, "You're not watching it."
The word "fingered" is probably what put her off.
It's about that title is from his dad fingering him. So
oh, is it? Okay.
Watch it.
He didn't actually get fingered, but it's the illusion.
Probably on Netflix.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
So, no, if anyone out there hasn't seen it, just fucking watch it.
I'll make sure I do.
Yeah. I love when you recommend shows.
No, but Freddie got
Fucking
fingered.
watch it.
Is
Yeah.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Just,
I've seen that clip on the piano or something. Yeah.
The backwards man, the backwards man.
You can't
All
just
right.
keep. They've not seen it.
I'm sorry, but
Again.
I've gone now.
Not-
I'm in Freddie got fingered mode.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Flip the switch on his back.
So here's a question for you: dealing with getting older, what if YouTube doesn't work out? I mean, they've got their subscribers now; they're probably going to be fine. But let's just say, for whatever reason,
say there's a
scandal
pattern,
hits, people stop watching, lads.
Oh, I'm going to
Stephen?
tap into Vimeo. No, I think it's I don't know. Like I did an office job once, and it was literally like 3 days a week, and I just fell apart.
I love how you
can't-
assume that you just be straight back to an office, like that. No one in the BBC or someone would go. Oh,
First class degree in comedy,
BBC
mate. I've got no
Three,
chance.
pretty- yeah.
So it'd be, yeah. I don't know. If I don't enjoy doing something, then I just won't do it.
Some of the most hilarious reports people
I
will
need
ever
this,
have read.
guys. I need you.
You find that YouTubers in particular tend to be that kind of person who basically took a risk and went, fuck real life, I want to try and do this,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
I'd rather have tried to do something that was a pipe dream than just go and deal with reality now. And if I have to deal with reality later, then so be it, but I'm going to give it a good fucking go of doing
Yeah.
this
There is
bullshit.
no plan B though, really. Once you go into this, really, is there? I mean, you can
Is
obviously
there?
go and do an office thing, but
Is the plan B?
I'll be all right because, as you know, I'm sitting on 50,000 Sporf coins, so
that's a very good point.
I am fine.
For life.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I'll do a bit of. I think if YouTube went, then I'd kind of have to like stop being a bottler and actually try some stand-up comedy.
Yeah. I think if
I'm
I'm
writing the
honest,
sitcom as well, so
yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
that
Got the
could.
sitcom.
Yeah.
Is that about based
Always
around
done
something you know, like
Very much so.
Yeah?
Very much so.
sitting on the couch playing FIFA? That should
comedy
be good.
shed.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
No. Who knows?
I'm excited to watch that.
I'm excited to one day see your ultimate demise when you have to pull that
If you
out.
need any actors, I'm pretty good at
He
acting.
knows some.
I got approached recently to be a hard man in a football film, so
Are you taking that?
the journey starts now.
You taking that?
I might do.
Yeah.
Why not?
Are you
I
actually
mean,
any good at acting?
well, I can.
I reckon you are.
Laurence,
He definitely puts in a performance, but then there are times where you worry he's quite method. So, if he's tired on camera, he'll very often be tired off camera.
Right.
If
can weigh
he's
that into the
complete
script,
cunt
though.
on camera. Yeah, exactly. He weaves it in.
yeah.
Milan shit. Milan shit is what he says.
We worked it all in though.
Yeah.
It came out well in the end.
I'm really tired. I want to kill you. Hilarious.
If you had to do a regular job and you weren't allowed to do this bullshit that we're doing right
I
now,
know mine straight away. I used to work in Bella Italia.
Really?
I actually
I could
liked
see.
it.
Yeah.
And it was halfway through my YouTube journey.
Yeah.
I was making good money from YouTube, and then my cousin was assistant manager of Bella, and he went, "Do you want a job?" I went, "Can do."
Did you like the
it
food?
Yep.
champion.
8 months I did there. I loved it.
I like Italian food. I've
Yeah.
actually eaten there. It's nice there.
Have you?
Yeah, it's
it's all right. What'd you get?
Italian food.
I usually go with prawns. If people have watched the Milan video, and if you haven't, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Mugs.
Prawns
Worthwhile.
are a good one. Garlic prawns, and I prefer. I've realised lately, if you're going Italian, you should try and go pasta rather than steaks. I used to always get steaks. I've had quite a few bad steaks in Italians lately, and I thought, just stick with what they are good at, what they do. Pasta.
Gambaroni.
My favourite manager. What do you do getting a steak at a fucking Italian
I just love steaks in general, so if there's a steak available, I usually say, but actually what I've started doing is I get a starter, I'll get a spaghetti, and then I'll also get a steak, just on the off chance that the steak has quality there.
It's a gamble you take.
So should we do
Favourite steak?
emails?
Favourite steak.
Wait.
Favourite steak. I like a fillet steak,
Okay.
but I mean sirloin, T-bone, whatever's going really, I will
First
eat.
time we ever went to discuss this podcast, you bought me a massive steak. Do you remember we had that big steak?
I remember it well because at the time you were on the phone trying to fix your other stupid podcast, and I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about this one. It's just going to be 10 times better."
Ultimately, that guy did bottom us out in the end, so it was a bit of a waste of a night, really.
Well, yeah, but at least you had a nice fucking fat steak on my bank account.
Yeah,
And that was the last time you got any money out of me, wasn't it?
quite true.
Is your surname Cast, or is that just?
I wish it
podcast?
was. Yeah. No, it is McKenna.
Oh yeah, Laurence McKenna.
Yeah.
Oh, he still hasn't said cunt yet.
He
I'll
won't.
say it for this cup. Didn't do it on camera.
Rolling.
Oh, it's rolling, mate.
Oh, crumbs.
Right.
Who says crumbs?
What a crumb.
Fucking hell, mate.
You guys might
You'll
not
never
see the
go
podcast,
anywhere
but if
with
you
that.
have seen the podcast, we answer
I
those
have,
problems emails. truegproblems@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'm always here. Anyway, a few weeks ago we did an email about a guy with KSI, and quite a few people got offended by it. Because the guy said, every time I introduce myself to someone, people think I'm a terrorist. And we made some jokes about it.
We make jokes on this. If you haven't realised, near 2 hours into the podcast, we're not always being serious.
Did the jokes bomb or did they do well?
It's good. One of the issues with the jokes was that we apparently made jokes about, and I think really people don't tend to get sort of sarcasm, and some people just take it very seriously, and that's the problem, is that we're there being sarcastic and they go, this would be offensive to terrorists.
Yeah.
You know?
Who should we piss off?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's running in.
If ICE is all listening, I just want to say I've got no problem with yous at all. Just leave my house alone.
Yeah. I also think, though, ISIS did tune in at some point and go, this is a bit extreme, isn't it? Yeah. We'd never treat women like that. Anyway, it didn't go well. So sorry to any hardcore extremists out there that we offended. We really are apologetic about that. Turns out joking about strapping a bomb on your body isn't funny.
Well, you know, some people can pull it off.
Oh, not in time, apparently.
And then there's another one, a religious follow-up. There was a guy who wrote to us from Salt Lake City, beautiful place in Utah.
I remember that one, the Mormon.
Yeah. Now, I've got a reply.
Looking for a good Mormon girl.
Yeah.
And I said, just pretend to be Mormon, and that's the way forward.
Yeah.
See, this is how much I care about you cunts. Fucking remember your problems and everything.
Sure. Don't know if you guys remember.
I do.
About that religious girls email I sent a few weeks back. Well, I ended up sneaking out of my house and going to one of the most Mormon girls in my school. What makes it the most
how do you? But is there a level of Mormon?
Yeah.
Like, is there?
It's like,
Bait
maybe it's like
out the
YouTube.
biggest Mormon. Yeah.
Like subscribers. Like how many Mormon followers does she have? Do you know what I mean?
Such a good line. I love the idea there's people in Utah going bait out the biggest Mormon. Such a good line. Anyway, he went to her house. While I was inside of her, she screamed very loud.
There was no in between.
Yeah.
Literally, it goes from, I went there, and then I was inside her.
Screamed very loud.
Was this consensual or what? You know what I mean?
Oh, no, yeah, that's a good point, actually. He doesn't confirm that. However, her dad walked in because of his work schedule. He worked 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. and he walked in while we were banging. So I leave the girl or do something. It's kind of a follow-up problem. So he's sort of been found out for having sex.
I'll let the guests take the floor on this one.
Yeah, you guys take the floor.
So I'm confused. So the dad walked in whilst he was having a wild time.
Yeah, this guy's big problem was that he couldn't find any local women, because he lives in Utah, who are willing to have sex.
Okay.
Because they're all quite religious. Geordie's advice was go and find, pretend to be a bit of a Mormon and go over and find one.
Okay, so he's not a Mormon.
I mean, I think he's sort of on the scale. He's on the spectrum, you know.
Right.
He's officially a Mormon, but he's not. He doesn't believe the bullshit.
Yeah.
Not that it is bullshit.
You're right. Actually, I don't think many Mormon do sort of do the terrorism
I mean,
thing.
he's the only one we've got, and he knows it's bullshit, so it's fine.
I'd imagine there's quite a few Mormon who listen to this.
So surely he's got nothing to worry about then, because it's the dad that should be having to go at the daughter. He's out.
I mean, it seems, although his problem was that he couldn't find anyone else to have sex with. He's found a girl to have sex with, but now what do they do? I mean, this is the issue: is he's been found out.
So he wants repeat.
I guess
custom.
I mean, once you've been, you sort of
just.
Can he bring her around to his place, or is his parents?
Maybe she can give him up back of a bus or something.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. What would you do?
How does he play it with the dad though? That's the thing as well, because those dads, they've all got guns in America.
Yeah,
lots of guns.
Salt Lake City.
And if he catches him in there again, may get a bullet in his arse.
Yeah, you've got to weigh up the options, haven't you? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Would you take a bullet
for sex?
Would you bust a nut to cap her?
To bust a cat.
Bust a cat. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, would you bust in her ass to get a cat bust in yours?
I mean, I would.
He would. He'd take the risk.
You absolutely would. All the time you'd be like, you bend the end of the gun.
I've had this happen before, like sort of.
What?
I was having sex with a girl, and her dad sort of saw us through the window, sort of thing. He was in the Marines and that. And he's a pretty hard lad, sort of thing, and I got on really well with him. And he came and joined in, and I had a really good bond and good friendship with him.
Yeah. After that, or
pre that,
pre-cum,
and and it just never recovered. from that.
Well, did he
that.
reference it or did he mention it?
When he walked through the door,
Could
because
see you through the window.
yeah, when he walked through the door, he couldn't look me in the eye, and he pretty much never did ever again.
Yeah.
Because I was.
Which eye?
Yeah, I was. It wasn't like it was just normal sex either. I thought it was pretty.
What was it? Sort of gymnastics.
Well, I was.
What was it?
I was eating her arse at the time. Sort of.
Could you not have just been giving her like a rectal exam or something?
I'm just taking a gynecology, so just practice what you preach.
Oral gynecology.
Yeah, I tore it up. Anyway.
Did you tongue?
Yeah, I mean,
I asked too many questions.
go for it.
The next one's entitled Clingy.
Okay.
Great.
Hey Geordie, Laurence, and guest. It says
Okay.
guests.
Okay,
A guest.
yeah.
We are one.
Got a bit of a dilemma I could use your help with. No shit. My friend I've known for 5 years, let's call her Sally, has a crush on me and has asked me to go to senior prom with her. The only problem is, I find her somewhat annoying and too clingy. She's my friend, but I see her as more of a younger sister than anything else. I've dropped many hints to her that I'm not interested. My dilemma is that her best friend, who she introduced me to, her best friend, the girl I like and are pretty close with, and she's just an all-round amazing girl, I don't know what to do. I don't want to ruin any friendships because Sally and her between Sally and her best friend, but I don't like Sally.
Next one.
You don't think that's an issue?
Nah.
The thing is, friendships and that bullshit, aren't they? No, especially at that age, we all know that. Like, don't worry about keeping girls happy and friends and all that crap at that age. Run through them, mate. If she's clingy, and this is a fact. Girls who are clingy will do anything. Like, they are the ones who'll do the freakiest shit you can think of. Whatever you're into, a clingy girl is so desperate to keep you happy, they'll do anything. And another thing is, if you don't think she's that good looking now, what's senior prom? How old's that?
16, 17.
She'll get better.
18.
She'll probably get better.
I think it was always like the average or subpar looking girls that are hotter now. And then but at school the hotter ones are like
They decline.
they
don't
balloon.
They? Yeah.
Because they take it for granted.
Yeah, they take it for granted and metabolism slows down and
When they hit 25, bang.
Yeah,
I seen my first ever girlfriend today. Actually, I haven't seen her in years, and I was at the train station,
looking his hand off.
and I was having a chat with someone, giving it the old "Are you the True Geordie" thing. Big fan of you, actually, like you. And she walked sort of past, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Like, you know, you have that moment where, but your face gives nothing away, but your brain's going, "Fucking hell!" I mean, I just kept it like, "Yeah, you all right?" And just like, but like, I know for a fact that she normally sort of makes a little bit of effort with herself, and she'll have makeup on. She doesn't let herself go that much.
Great.
But
That's what you're looking for, really, isn't
the
it?
point I'm making is, she looked dog rough that day, and it was one of those where I know she'll think, fucking great day not to wear any fucking makeup. She'll be, because I was looking like decent. You see what, you know, I always look decent. I don't need makeup. I'm a man. But she really looked bad.
Yeah.
And I just felt a bit sorry for her really afterwards.
Sure. Maybe she was trying to put you off. Maybe she went,
I think she might have been meeting a bloke or something like that, and I mean that's awkward for her as well, because obviously
she's peaked, is what you're saying?
substandard.
Are you? I don't know. Girlfriend Pictures is the title of the next one. Hey, Geordie, Laurence, and guests. You read them over my shoulder. You know it says guest. One of my mates has a girlfriend who's really hot. Let's call her Ashley. Like 10 out of 10. While my friend was on holiday.
Ooh.
The sentence structure in this is pretty cool. I mean, you've seen that, yeah. I was talking to her on a video chat, and my best friend was there too. We were talking, and she then started stripping for us. Neither of us stopped her because of how hot it was. I took screenshots, but I don't know if I should show the friend or not, because it might ruin the friendship. And they seem to really like each other. P.S. Laurence over Geordie. Anyway.
we'd need to see the screenshots really to be able to forge an opinion on.
Send them next week.
Yeah, sure. and then we can go into it. But
I don't quite understand what happened there, because he says the best friend was also there.
There was another friend, I think, and the other bit. So the original friend who's with her isn't there for the strip show.
Yeah,
because he was with one of his other mates then.
Yeah. Wow.
What kind of girl who really likes a boy is stripping for his mates?
Yeah, that's mental. That is mental.
Slag.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
He was with you for a little while there.
Slag.
Right. None of us are with those comments.
You've seen his videos. He's just as bad.
He doesn't say
I
slag.
don't say so.
Do you not?
Not really.
You say cunt a lot.
Yeah, two cunts.
Slag.
Two cunts don't make a slag. All right?
Can that be the title?
Yeah.
Two
I'm trying
cunts
to
don't make
keep cunt out because it stops you from getting
Monetizing.
promoted and that.
Does it?
I've had a real deal with these titles in the past, you know.
Yeah. You had a great deal with it.
Well, Samia Nasri fucked us over, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sammy.
Yet again.
Bloody cunt. That he is.
Hey, Geordie and Laurence. Fuck you too.
Hey.
I'm 16 and I live in a highly religious area where Trump is generally loved. Gay. The email is entitled Gay Instagram. That's one.
All right, let's go.
A guy I really like talking and hanging out with,
Tagging out of. No, sorry.
but isn't one of my mates, has a secret Instagram where he posts topless pictures and a bit more with hashtags such as #gay life, and a bit more. Instead of putting detail in the email.
I won't stop there.
He used a fake name, genius. And once it started to get leaked around the school, he deleted the account. But certain people I really don't trust have screenshots, and I'm afraid they'll leak them.
So I've written into a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does seem like a lot of people from Utah listen to this. They're very sexually suppressed. He isn't allowed to be gay, by the way. He would practically get disowned if he came out. The dude's really nice to everyone, and I like him. So my question is, should I tell him that I know about it and that I fully support him and I'm here for him, or should I not mess with what's not my business?
Well, he said he's posted topless photos.
Yeah.
Nothing about that is gay. You wouldn't look at a topless bloke and go, gay.
But he did hashtag them gay.
What if it wasn't
gay
him?
Life.
Is there any way of saying that maybe it was someone who got the photos from him and then set up a fake profile to blackmail him?
There we go. It wasn't
Lie
verified.
your way out of it.
It wasn't verified.
So the people with the screenshots.
I mean, I'm
uploaded
still
it.
not verified on Twitter now, mate. So
Nah, neither am I.
Everything's
Neither
deniable.
am I.
That Twitter
Are you?
account might still be
None of us are.
not me. That might not be me still to this day.
Blue tick means nothing, though, doesn't it?
To some people, it means a lot.
Maybe to you it means something, because I imagine a lot of people are ripping off your content, maybe with you and you as well. No. But, you know, there are people out there with 300-400 followers who have got that blue tick. And you just think, degrades the overall use of the blue tick, doesn't it?
Jamie Vardy's lookalike has got a blue tick. A man that looks like someone else is verified for that
He really had that. He had a good 15 minutes of fame, didn't he?
He has the blue tick forever, though, doesn't
Nice while it lasted.
Yeah. Famous for 10 minutes. A blue tick lasts forever.
he? Yeah.
Till Instagram is gone and Twitter's dead. Loneliness. Hi, Geordie.
Slush Football had him on, by the way. So
They did.
Definitely upgraded again then.
Hi, Geordie. My name is not Dean.
Just a rule of thumb in life. Just tell people your name's not Dean before you go anywhere.
But call me that anyway.
Oh, that's when you Tinder bio.
Okay.
I'm 17 and currently in college and have a love life about as active as this one's terrible. I didn't read ahead. As active as Anne Frank's drum kit. Anne Frank's drum kit.
Shit.
And my DMs are about as dry as the Sahara. Anne Frank's drum kit. That's a very good reference though. It's a very funny reference.
Stealing that one.
Yeah.
I've heard it, but
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, just now. I haven't had a girlfriend ever, and it's getting to the point where I want that to change.
Stop emailing into fucking podcasts.
You loser.
Yeah.
However, I'm too scared to go sliding into a girl's DMs, as I'm too concerned that they think of what they think of me, and I'm worried about rejection.
Oh, fucking hell. It's every fucking email, man.
Yeah.
Every
trying,
bastard
my God.
email's about rejection. Fuck me. If you don't throw your fucking rod in the fucking river, you're never going to catch it out. And that's not referencing STIs or anything.
You know about his company then.
Yeah.
That's
Industries.
Yeah.
all that needs to be said, I
That's
think,
his
on that
claim.
one.
All young lads just need to pluck up some bastard confidence and have a fucking go. Do you know what I mean?
How do you walk up to a girl? What do you do? Let's.
I get the
should we
camera
role play
out.
it?
Let's.
Getting the camera is actually genius. That's very good. Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah. So I'm also verified on Twitter. Oh, sorry, darling.
And make sure you get the whole environment behind you.
Exactly, yeah.
Alfie Deyes style.
Let's role play it now.
Okay.
You're going
Who's
to
who?
approach. Who do you want to be the woman? Which woman do you want to approach?
No, you're
Do you
the
want to
woman.
approach me or
You're
Julia?
the woman, and I'm sort of his wingman.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then you can direct the scene.
Where
Okay.
Where are we?
we?
Where are we?
You are in Nando's.
Let's hope for a squirrel
Because
result.
no 8-year-old's got a Nando's. We all know that.
Yeah.
All right. No, we're just keeping him away from children.
Just to clarify.
Just to keep him away from children.
Okay, you ready?
He really seems like he's taking this. He looks
See how
stressed
nervous
out.
he's gotten now. He's so nervous.
He looks that stressed out. It's as if he's watching one of his videos.
Fucking.
Stressful experience. I love how he said that. It's quite stressful watching your content.
I think it's stressful because I think, wow, this guy's miles ahead of me. What am I going to do to catch up? Shit.
All right.
Got to
So-
fucking
Ready?
shed.
Right, mate, with me and you are
Yeah.
sort of drinking beers by the bar.
Hey, wait. I'm the director.
So, yeah.
Waters, all right?
Two
okay,
waters.
yeah.
Two waters.
Yeah, 2 waters.
I thought I could be pouring some sort of mild, like a
You're
medium sauce.
really hot. Like if you're
I know,
fucking
but
fit
what about
as.
the character.
Hey.
And you're lemon and herb.
Right.
Very hot. Medium. Go.
My name's not Dean, by the way. So,
Yeah, not Dean.
yeah. Look at her.
She's a bit of all right, isn't she?
She's not bad, you know. I'd say
Out of
she's
10?
she's peri hot.
Oh, it's, I like that. We're in Nando's.
Yeah.
Good reference point.
She's sat at the same table as us, so yeah, it looks pretty good.
She's coming over. You've just found out she works here and she's been cleaning the tables.
Can I take this one?
Yeah, mate, just fire away if you need a honey.
Yeah, you've got me. Excuse me, sweet cheeks.
Sorry, what?
Excuse me,
Ashley?
Jane.
excuse me, Jane.
Jane.
Is she 40?
Sure. Yeah.
I've literally never met a woman under the age of 40
Called Jane.
called Jane.
Yeah, sure. Brexit's hit me hard. Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Jane. Me and
Marcus.
my pal Marcus over here. We're just talking about you. Don't get self-conscious.
Okay.
It was all lovely stuff.
I am feeling a bit self-conscious now. Sorry, I've got to get back to work. Do you mind if I?
Just before you go,
Yeah. Sorry.
just
what can I
wondering,
get for you?
maybe your number, Jane.
I don't have a mobile phone. I'm sorry. I don't.
You know your number off by heart.
Yeah, Jane. Come on.
Don't tell me what I do and don't know. Right? It's men like you that make me sick. Both of you.
And then you realise that you two used to be in a long-term relationship.
Oh shit, Marcus. It's me, Jane.
How could you forget me? We spent...
You've piled on so much weight.
No, but we spent the best years of our life together. How could you forget all of this? I haven't piled on that much weight. It's not that I've got an eating
I've left you
disorder.
speechless.
Can I just say, even in a role play in which Stephen is meant to pull a girl, he's been rejected.
Yeah, it's just
I've got an eating
they're all
disorder.
over again.
So, this is my friend. He's not Dean.
Oh, you are gay then?
No, he's my
Oh.
friend. And he's interested in you. And I thought now that sort of I piled on the weight and I'm probably not your type anymore.
I'm not
maybe
interested in sloppy seconds, but thanks.
Maybe you two could.
Oh.
Then you find out he's got loads of subscribers on the internet.
Have
I seen you somewhere?
He's big on YouTube.
Probably. Have you ever seen Alfie Deyes vlogs?
Yeah.
I play his dog.
I love Alfie. Oh my god, you're Nala.
That's it.
Do the eyes. That's perfect.
You're allergic to dogs, though, like
I
really
am,
badly. It
yeah.
makes you swell up. Like,
Yeah.
So you
In the wrong
can't-
places. So
Do you not remember, Jane? You don't actually like dogs all that much because they
Yeah.
make your
You
eyes
hate
swell
them.
up.
You hate them. You're quite abusive to animals.
Yeah.
Remember that time he actually hit him properly. The RSPCA who actually got you on the list. So
Yeah. But I work at Nando's now.
yeah.
So-
How's that working out for you?
Really well, actually. Thank you.
Good, you get to play with dead
How's
animals.
things going for you? Yeah.
You like killing the chicken? Do you do the chicken killing yourself?
Sometimes, yeah. It's more satisfying than ringing whatever you've got. Right.
End scene.
Brilliant.
Here we
That'll
go.
get cut.
So
Because
where are you with
there's no
that?
tutorial in there. You completely nonced out, as they say.
I always do that. Yeah, it's my go-to.
You got
So-
a line, Jack? How did you pull your current
Wait,
victim?
no, she came to him, didn't she?
In the club.
She said, what club was it?
In the club.
It's just a club in Norwich.
Weatherspoons.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. And good. You had a good chat. Were you instantly captivated by her?
I thought she was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And then my mate spoke to her all night. And then at the end of the night, she came over and went, just been
Chatting to your friend.
Yeah, but just been humouring him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shall we go?
So you
Shall we
go
go?
So
home?
he tried his luck and she played.
He tried, and then it was one of those nights where I'm just not really feeling it tonight. I'm just
She'd
waiting
seen
to go
Thatcher Joe
home.
vlog. She thought, I don't want to get with you. Let's go.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So I just let him do what he wanted to do, but nothing happened. And then at the end, she was like, "He's annoying me. Can I go with you?"
I do quite like Thatcher Joe's vlogs.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's quite upbeat. I like that about him.
I've never watched one.
Really?
I know he's got a book out, but I mean, who hasn't these days?
True.
Well,
Not you.
Apart from me.
True.
yeah.
Imagine the shitstorm if I did a book. Can you imagine?
What a shitstorm.
What would you
What would
call it?
happen?
What would you do? What would you put in the
I
book?
don't know, but I slag him off in every video. I don't think there's any room for me to ever do one, unless I did it so ironically that it was.
That book signer would certainly get interesting. Definitely.
What would you do if he turned up? Sort of.
Can you delete that book, please?
yeah. Casper Lee. He does actually write books.
One of those are showing you're away. Anyway, loneliness. He's very lonely.
We'll do one more.
Sure. No more advice for him. You really do skirt over people
Look,
now. don't you?
I just think Dean needs to stop messing around.
Start
know.
your own-
Hang on. His name's not Dean.
Yeah.
No, he's ruined that for me. He's
Not Dean.
he's put the phrase sliding into a girl's DMs. He's being a dick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sort
Maybe
it
he's
out.
trying to be casual.
No, you
chatty.
can't say that unless it's ironic, though.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't.
He
Yeah.
actually says it. As
Yeah.
Sure. So don't slide into a girl's DMs.
No.
Maybe start a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Start a YouTube channel
Yeah.
and just hope that somebody recognises you in a club. And
you've
you are
actually
fine.
Have you ever had like a DM yet of a girl's tits on? Like, none of them
No.
have come onto you. Nothing.
Not
I
one.
attract quite a young audience with the ladies.
You on Snapchat?
Yes, but
Any luck on?
I don't
Nothing.
have it, so they can't get to me.
Honestly,
It's just
Get
like,
to me,
I
not
can
just
put
to
it
me.
out.
They can't get to me. I won't let them. Tits.
No, thank
Do
you.
you leave your Snapchat open?
no, I don't. But you've not had a single flirty DM. Nothing.
I've had flirty DMs, yeah, but I've not had a tip.
No, but you've.
Except for
At
Max
it.
once, he was drunk.
So the opportunity has presented itself, and you've sort of
Yeah.
you haven't
because-
gone in for the kill.
No.
Oh.
Not on a DM, no.
Come on,
not
man,
with them.
Stephen.
Sorry.
What kind of YouTuber are you? Sort your fucking shit out.
Tight trouser
That's
one.
part of it. When the opportunity arises.
I'm not a Joe
Pals.
Weller, you know. He's a player. He can do what he wants.
Joe Weller really can do what he wants. Joe Weller could do whatever he wants.
He fucks what he wants.
Yeah.
I have that confirmed.
By Joe?
I've heard stories from
From
Joe.
Joe.
But he just rings us up and tells us what he's been up
You'll
to.
never guess what.
I'm going to start recording those Skype calls, I tell you right now. Those will be worth a lot of views.
Just delete that tweet.
Definitely.
Life After Sports is this one's title. It says, hello, Geordie and Laurence, and potential guest.
We could be guests one day.
Hello from America. I'm a 24-year-old guy that recently finished college and played baseball for my university throughout my time there. I've been playing all my life, and I've been finding life more and more difficult every day because I can't play anymore. Baseball offered that outlet for me to get rid of the frustrations that we're given by maintaining my schooling, social life, etc. Do you guys have any advice for dealing with life after sports?
Why can't he play anymore?
I don't know, maybe it's an injury, maybe he's graduated and he can't.
It's a hard one, that.
It's tricky.
Because you're limited by physical boundaries. You can't just... Nothing we say, like, just...
Well, could he maybe sort of play another kind of sport? Like maybe if he can't.
Worst case scenario is go to the gym, and that's.
But there's always
that's awesome.
badminton.
But we don't know what's
Now we're
happened.
talking.
Badminton.
We don't know what's happened, though.
I
Smash it.
reckon
He could
it's
be
just,
paralysed from the neck down.
Even then,
Then how has he written the email? But
NBA 2K,
I just think he's finished college and he's stopped with the sports team.
not
there.
at the same level. But maybe
Yeah.
he
Has
has
he
to
got an
accept his-
injury? Has he actually?
He
no, he's
doesn't
not
say about an
specified.
injury.
He's not specified.
Badminton, smashing cocks.
Smashing cocks. It's a
You
great
know, so
sport,
much in
you know.
common.
Just get down to your local club. It's big in wherever he is.
Yeah.
America. Yeah, they love it there. And yeah,
To be fair, baseball doesn't require that much physical activity, does it?
Do rounders.
Depends what he's
even.
doing.
Do rounders.
Rounders was always sort of our version of.
yeah.
I'm always used to like the metal shiny metal bats, smack them, and I used to think I'd love to hit someone with one of these one day.
Did you ever?
Nah, it was annoying. I really did want to. Mainly the teachers,
Yeah.
but that was
Still to come. Still time.
cricket bats were good as well.
Cricket bats really
Fucking
hurt
hell.
if you get hit in there with a
I
cricket
tell you
bat.
what, especially if you've got fucking 22 stone of Geordie cunt swinging it. Imagine that. Imagine what I could do with someone's skull with one of them.
There's a video.
Yeah.
I wonder, because that, you know how they've got the hot
Slow-mo
knife and all
bros,
that
yeah.
bullshit?
Yeah.
How about we just have 100-mile-an-hour cricket bat and just turn that into the next
Yes.
thing?
I reckon
with
that'll work.
me,
There we go.
just coconuts, melons. We'll start with fruit. We'll work our way along,
Do
and then
it.
just get like an Alfie Deyes book, whatever. Just hit things with it.
I don't think a book's
Then
gonna
Alfie
pay
Deyes.
me.
We'll get Alfie Deyes' skull, whatever. We'll go through the motions.
Very aggressive.
That
towards
would
what is
go
just a
viral.
daily
It
vlogger.
would.
How does that man garner so much hatred?
He's all right. He's all right.
I think we all know that he's probably not. The thing is, he's not as cunty as other people are.
Is it a
but
Donald
it's because
Trump
he's
situation?
hiding so much.
Yeah.
I think it makes me dislike him. That's all.
Sure. Is it a Steve Bannon situation?
Anyway,
Is it Hillary Clinton situation?
is that it? Is that the end of the podcast? Is that?
I mean, if you want to.
Is there anything
yeah, I
else
suppose
you
it
want to
is.
ask from the lads?
What's in the future for you guys? Where are you taking it?
That's
You
a
know,
good
what-
thing. Ideal. 10 years time. Where is JaackMaate?
Still doing the same shit.
Sure.
Yeah. Stephen,
I think that's a good answer because it means you're content with where you are now.
a lot of
Just bigger and better.
Sports
yeah,
points.
a lot of YouTubers get into it.
A lot of sport fights.
Oh, we will.
fuck's
Yeah, and by then would have played 4 games.
Yeah.
So
It's
no,
hard to schedule, isn't it?
a lot of YouTubers go into it and they try and become presenters or comedians. But now, comedians and presenters are starting YouTube channels.
Because it's so hard to get jobs, and then they're thinking, that looks easy enough,
Yeah.
I'll do that. And then
Yeah.
they fall flat on the fuck. Do you know what it is? I'd love to see a lot of these presenters and comedians actually get into YouTube. I'd like to see the TV presenters fall flat on their fucking face as well.
Some do. I mean, some do. Some comedians have got. There was a comedian not long ago, Rob Beckett, that started his own.
Oh, feature,
yeah, they're not bad.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Do you know? But they're not. It is a bit.
It exposes how average they are.
Yeah.
No, I think it just sort of shows. Maybe I just think it also just sort of shows
average, yeah.
how some people go. You could cash in on
Average.
this, and I guess it doesn't show that same passion. Like he's not
Yeah.
getting into it because he goes, "I love FIFA," and I want to.
Yeah, he's doing it to make some cash, and it's
Yeah.
obvious.
Just sees it as another
What,
outlet.
Yeah.
what about you two? 10 years.
Well, just get,
We'll do Stephen first.
Do Stephen, then do you
the
two.
young gun.
I don't know. I just want to be doing comedy in some form. My dream, like I've always had in my head to be like one of the best in the world at comedy. So
What about
I
you?
need to
Like
be
top of the
a
league.
series, like so you develop a character and then you a little bit like
bit insulting to what he's done so far.
no, but I'm
you develop
saying
a good character.
like have some money behind you and actually be able to make
yeah,
a proper office type series, for example. Or,
yeah, I'd love to have the opportunity like to do something like that because at the moment it's filming outdoors in a park, just making the best of what we've got. So
That's great, though, isn't it?
it is, but having a budget would be.
It was like when
It'd open doors.
when we did the football holiday and we actually had some cash to fucking throw at something for a change. It just makes a difference, doesn't it? It makes the difference. Well, I promoted it, mate. I did my bit.
Shit,
That was
sounds
my
good.
job done. What would you want to be doing in 10 years? Would you want to do directing? Or?
Yeah, I want to be a director.
Yeah.
10 years time.
That would be
you?
annoying because
What,
it mean
film-
I'll sort of
film
lose me
director?
wingman.
Not so much films. Just
I'm kind of hoping he fails because if he does, I'll keep me wingman. If he succeeds, I might get a few movie roles.
still get some. Yeah, you get to play. I mean, I've been discussing
The hard man.
a few things
pretty
off
much.
camera where now I've sort of what I will do is write a role in for you.
So Pilkington-esque then, isn't it, really?
I mean, yeah, but these roles are they're good meaty roles for you to get your teeth into.
I would like to do acting at some point just to see if I could do it because I think I'd surprise a few people.
I'll write you
I
into my
definitely think you
sitcom.
can.
There's hidden
Yeah.
depths into
Yeah.
this,
And you can direct it.
sensitivity,
Yeah.
emotional, and then if not, I'll just do the hard man shit.
But the thing is, you probably can break into a bit Vinnie Jones-esque. You probably can sort of break into.
But just more handsome, funnier, talented, better footballer. Got all of that.
Why are you talking about Vinnie?
Have you got any bits of acting that we can watch? Or
I've
he
sort
did
of
actually
done a little
do-
bit. I've
yeah.
filmed a sketch that might come out on my channel, unless it's shit, in which case you'll see it in about a couple of months.
And then obviously there
When
was
I've run out
also
of stuff to upload.
there was a great audition you did for Game of Thrones, the tongueless.
No, that was actually really bad.
Skivvy.
but, I
That
think
was
I
a
can
good
do
one.
better.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you would be a good actor. I think I'd love to see you sort of emerge in a few films. Do you know, or if they ever make a sort of a live action Sonic, you could be
So
Dr.
the thing
Robotnik.
I would like to do is I would like to have a podcast that is self-sufficient, that isn't basically funded by other people, where we get proper sponsors involved in all of that stuff, and we can do regular, and I can get everyone, because that's the problem with podcasts. It's just hard to get the guests on that you want, so you end up suffering these clowns. But no, seriously, podcasts, you kind of held the ransom of who the fuck you have on. So like, I'm selective though, but I'm saying at some point I'm going to have to sort of scrape the barrel on there at this rate. We're sort of, we've done JJ.
You're heading there.
We're heading down.
You're on your way.
No, I think we've only got people that we thought were interesting on. There's never a person where I thought, wow, that.
I haven't. To be fair, I know I could.
Mostly people I found are interesting on.
Yeah, I could have gone the route of just getting people who've got massive audiences, and we've maintained some creative
No, we had
credibility.
Spencer on. Yeah, give a little guy a chance.
All right. So anyway, so yeah, I'd like to do more podcasts and more YouTube shit, and if the odd sort of film thing comes along, that'd be cool. But
great if you could upload the hangover on a regular basis.
I'm actually nailing me uploads lately, so fuck you, cunt.
If anything, you're uploading more often than you've ever done.
I am right now.
Yeah,
and on 2 channels.
Yeah.
So anyway. It's been a pleasure having the lads on.
Thank you very much.
Absolute gents, the pair of yous, and I actually can honestly say I rate you both really highly. I think you are really top lads, top YouTubers. And I really, Stephen, you alright? Yeah, you didn't write that in.
He's so versatile. Yeah.
That just proves he just leaves a lot of that in when he hits his head off the car door and all of that. But yeah, I don't watch YouTube. I'd make no bones about that. But these are 2 of the few lads I actually watch every week. So
thank you very much.
Good content, lads.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Same to you. Same to you.
Nice one.
It's only one extra view. I mean, it is.
Doesn't have to say that, but appreciate it.
A YouTuber doesn't count as 10 views.
Where can people find you, lads?
On street corners.
Just
where am I? Oh, Stephen Tries. There we go.
That's the one.
On Twitter and on YouTube.
Everywhere, yeah.
JaackMaate?
YouTube.com/Jack with 2 A's.
Why does it have 2 A's? Is it just
Jack was taken. Yes.
Simple. Even as early as you got there, still fucking taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. First day, you went, Jack, oh, fuck. Hit confirm. And someone else hit confirm.
Do the double.
All right, well, anyway, appreciate all the people watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit the fucking like button, subscribe, check these lads out, and we'll see you later.